Bear with me while I see if broadcast has started. It says it has. Great, and you can hear me. Hello, Lucas. Welcome to Yakuza Like a Dragon, part 13?
This is kind of brutal.
Yakuza? Definitely brutal.
No, I was watching Project Runway, the
Oh.
first season, with Mom. It was a lot.
Oh.
My girl got robbed.
Terribly
So.
unfortunate.
It happens that way, though. Sometimes the better person of the two doesn't win.
Well, that's how it always happens with reality TV shows.
But Kelly Clarkson did win, and she was much more talented than the person who she beat.
Oh, okay. That was when they decided they needed to have a good win for their ratings to be boosted. You should know this. They can't have the villain win all the time or no one would watch the show.
Well, the villain didn't win, but the Beth didn't win either.
I wouldn't underestimate me. Right. You're gonna be in a world of hurt. Cool. You sure you want to get hurt? Alive.
It was just a really good...
Let's go.
I'm not sure you could beat me?
Ow.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt. Right.
Don't get cocky.
I wouldn't underestimate you. This out. Feel better. I'm ready now. I'm not that bad. You sure you want to get hurt?
I'm up. You're in it now. Next up. Nice.
I got this.
I
You're
got
gonna get
this.
stomped. Yeah.
Don't get cocky.
Here we go. I wouldn't underestimate
I
you.
know. Cool. Hold up. Quill. Get alive.
You sure you want to get hurt?
Let's go. Hold up. Take your best shot.
You sure you can beat me?
I got this.
I'm not backing down. Right. Do something. Okay.
Get alive. I'm up. Enemy is defeated.
3 people watching. Hello and welcome to the stream. Wrapping up some side missions before we continue on with the main missions.
Hmm?
Eh?
Hold on.
Mate!
Yo. No. Hmm? Oh. すみませんでした。
Has anybody been on tonight?
Storm was on for a little bit, and then his internet decided to poo-poo, and he said, I gotta rip the cord again. Try number 873, and I went, no, Storm, don't do it, and then he ripped the cord.
はい。
Fair enough.
So he'll be back. Or he won't.
Hmm? Eh?
Oh, time to fight these assholes.
Eh? Mate! Oh! Yo.
Two of you ain't worth dick. Damn.
Eh?
Don't waste my time. I got this.
Don't get caught.
Right.
Cool.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt. You sure you want to get hurt?
Come on now. That's how you do it. Look at me go.
Hey.
I'll shove a take a box so far up your ass, you.
Thanks for everything, Kasuga-san.
Don't mention it.
No, I've relied on you for everything. This is the least I can do. Please, take it. Looks like he started thinking more like an adult. And here I thought he was still a boy. I wanted him to hurry up and be independent. But maybe I was the one depending on him.
I'm back. Oh, Kasuga-san. Hello.
Hey, welcome back.
What now, Dad? Another lecture?
Yuta, can you make some fried rice? I'm, getting a little hungry.
Huh? Just make it yourself.
Come on, Yuta, make some. For me, too.
Huh? Oh, all right. Thanks for waiting. 2 orders of fried rice.
Hey, looks pretty damn tasty.
We'll, see about that.
Here goes. Yup, I was right. No way an amateur made this stuff. I think maybe you got better, huh, Yuta?
Thank you.
Hey, how was it?
You're definitely improving, but it's still not quite there. Damn it. This fried rice. It's a little too salty.
Dad?
So much for honesty.
That man was crying into his fried rice.
That was bad. Oh,
What was
well.
rough?
I lost all my pity on the event wish, only to...
Not the pity.
Well... I got a legendary weapon. It was not the one I wanted. But
Can't
it
you
was-
exchange it for the one you wanted? Oh.
Knock that down.
That's the new banner they just came out with. It's not coming out till tomorrow, but the Chronicled Wish is it's a new thing where they're rerunning old stuff, and if you don't get what you like, I think you can exchange it or something within a certain amount of time. But,
Yeah.
I got the spear for Xiao, the demon dude, the man.
Yeah.
I don't have Zhao. I have Yaemiko, the one that Madison thinks a cunt, and the one I think is like the best thing since sliced bread.
Mm-hmm.
And take care, girl.
Yeah.
So I wanted her weapon. Now I have a legendary weapon for a character I don't have, and a 5-star character with no legendary weapon, which I guess is fine. I can put the spear on Shebris or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some spear user. I mean, I would put it on Rosaria, but like, I feel like Rosaria has the dragon spine, so like, you know.
Yeah.
I have 4 5-star legendaries. I have a legendary sword, I have a legendary claymore, I have a legendary... catalyst and a legendary spear. I don't have a legendary bow. I only have 1 5-star character that I have the matching weapon for. But oh well. You know what I mean? Like, that's
It is
the
what it
gotcha
is.
system. I mean, I guess the reality is I don't need to have the weapons to go with them.
Right.
I mean, me and Madison both have a lot of the same people, and I think she has the legendary weapons for Navia and Farina, and I don't. And I think the reality is that mine are probably just as strong as hers. I'd actually even reckon that my Navia might be a little better than hers, because my artifacts are better. But
Time to boxercise.
it's good.
God dang that right hook.
Nice.
I wish Tonari had a legendary something or other. I really like Tonari.
Something rather.
He's the only one, like, Tonari is kind of my favorite character, like, of the, okay, that's not true. Yae and Miko is probably, Jesus, they're easily my top two. Yae and Miko and Tonari, and I don't have either, like, of their matching weapons, but Tonari doesn't even have a 5-star he can equip, because that's the only thing I don't have a 5-star weapon for, is the bow class. And part of that is because until I drew Tonari in a role, I really didn't care for the bow people at all. I thought they were just a worthless POS class.
Hey, Yoimiya is decent, okay?
Yoimiya's the shit, like, I don't know.
What, do you have Yoimiya? No, you don't.
No, but I tested her.
Okay. I was
think
gonna say, I have
I wanted
Yoimiya.
to pull her, and I didn't.
Yeah.
She's really good.
Please reconsider.
I have Yoimiya. She's a bit of a glass cannon, but
I kind of wanted her for in Diluc for like a pyro party, but whatever.
You morons! Come on!
I think they would have done. She's great for like ranged DPS, and she's great for like I'm gonna blow shit up. So,
car in the first place.
but I love
Either
Diluc.
way, that doesn't change the fact that we're all
Diluc is
purple
just pretty
Kaisers.
excellent.
We don't need a reason to rescue a bro in need.
Yeah, but this is the Yakuza we're talking
Like
about.
honestly, I'm
One
surprised
wrong move
you and
and we're
I
all
are the
dead.
only ones that really like Diluc.
So what if they're Yakuza?
I mean, if Storm
Talking
likes
Striker
them,
isn't
I feel
about
like
to
he's
let
not very
himself get pushed
vocal.
around by some Yakuza creep. If push
And
comes to
Madison's
shove, all
just
we
kind of
gotta do is
eh.
mention
But
the
then again,
Omi
like some of the
Alliance,
people
and
Madison
they'll
likes,
take off
I'm like, I
running.
don't get it.
I don't know about that.
Like, don't get me wrong, there's really cool one. Like, I really like the, Risley that she has. I think he's awesome.
yeah.
But then other ones like, who is it? Shit.
Yo.
I think she has Mona. I don't really care for her. And then I don't like the Raiden Shogun very much. Like, I know that's probably not very popular because Storm loves her, but she kind of pisses me off.
I'll be nice. I'll help you out.
You sound so reluctant about that, William.
I am.
Why?
Because now I gotta go fight the Omi Alliance to save some biker dude.
Oh.
Hey. Yeah.
Ready.
Ah.
Whoa, they are sisters. That's wild.
Hello, Crow, and welcome to the stream.
Oh.
I'll swing by again when I'm feeling prepared? What the hell does that mean? What, does that mean I gotta show up at full health and whatnot? Do I gotta go max my characters out? Okay, well, let me go do this mission then, and I'll be back. Let's go over it again really quickly, because it's been a week since I've talked to you. Paifang, staple of traditional Chinese architecture, say that a red dragon watches over all from within. A lot of stores around, maybe a bit hard to see, but in our tour we'll be going to the meat bun shop with the blue sign. Known for their ultra-packed super bun. It's about the size of a soccer ball. Lastly, we'll go to see the statue of Swine La Tang, god that presides over the food.
Good evening.
Good evening. They say if you rub Swine La Tang's right ear 4 times before leaving Chinatown, you'll be blessed with delicious food wherever you go. Okay. How's your day, Crow?
Long.
I believe it. How was...
So much being a human.
So much what?
Being a human. Too much.
Too much. Too much being a human. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just need time
How's
to...
your day?
It was good. It was good. Got done what I needed to get done. Gotta get up and do some more stuff tomorrow. Planning a trip down to Houston with Dad. I don't know when that's gonna be or what that's gonna look like.
Sounds fun.
Very much so.
Is Lucas here?
I'm here.
Lucas, it's your day.
Oh, it's been okay. I'm just kind of black right now, but, you know, it'll be alright. I
Feels similar.
woke up really late, and then I watched Project Runway Season 1, the finale, which I know I'm 20 years late on at this point, but I was really disappointed at who won. I was like, that sucked.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, it was not Karasan. But
Oof.
it so should have been Karasan. But thank God it wasn't Wendy. Oof. That was like drama. Like, you would not think, like, it's freaking Project Runway, and like, some of those people on there act like they're on freaking Survivor. Like, trying to sabotage people and shit. Jesus. Oof. No. The really
No
mean
Tanya Hardings.
bully, like, woman did not win. Thank the Lord. She was... Even she bullied her way to the finals and then came in last in the final show. Out of the final 3, she finished last. And then, but then the girl I really wanted to win, they didn't pick her. It's silly at this point, but I was into that for 4 hours, so now I'm just kind of like... I mean, okay, I didn't binge it for 4 hours, it was more like 3. I've watched this over the span of the last 2 weeks. Like, I sit down and watch 2 or 3 hours every time I eat my food. And this time I did probably binge it. It might have been 4. So, I mean, I've worked my way through the 20-episode series over the course of the week, each episode being an hour with commercials. Because I'm watching it on a free streaming, so there's commercials. Which is no problem. I don't mind commercials as long as it's not the same commercial every time. You know what I mean? Like, as long as it's not the same commercial every break, we're good. It gives me time to get up and do things. It's totally fine. But I really liked Karasan, and I was pulling for her, and then Jay McCarroll won, and I really liked Jay McCarroll too, but not as much as Karasan. And I don't know how to explain it, but it just kind of bums me out, because I feel like what happened, and it happens like that in reality TV, is they picked him because he was probably a little bit slightly more popular with the viewership, not necessarily...
Oh yeah, that's how it all goes.
And that made me mad. Because basically the judges themselves were like, her clothes and her whole
Agreed.
line was so perfect. Like, everything about
Yeah.
it was just beautiful. Like, she custom designed the shoes, like the girl's on fire. And she was. And all they could say about his was like, oh, but like his ideas were just really unique and like out there, and I'm just like, okay. But you just like said that his designs had these problems. And like you said that her garments were like perfect.
Yeah, no. Reality TV is one big, huge lie. It's all a lie.
I'm
Nothing
like,
on there is real.
they're perfect every time. Now, the only redeeming grace is that I looked it up, and because she was not picked for the winner, it actually worked out better for her, because she wasn't trapped in a contract that she would have won from a game show kind of a thing.
Yo.
And so she was able to sign a contract with somebody else that was actually a better deal for her in the end. And she's currently a lot more successful than the person who won. But like, I don't know. I just don't think it's ethical to pick somebody as a winner because that's what America wanted. But I guess that's, I mean, if it was American Idol and they had done it that way the whole time, I would have been a little more like, okay, that's reality television, like it's fine. But because the judges were the ones eliminating the people, and sometimes they eliminated people that were well liked all before this, it was just like,
Yeah.
why do you care? Like, anywho. Like, they didn't seem to really care what the fans wanted until they picked the winner. And
Yeah.
for the most part, I agreed with their choices up to that point, too. Like, they eliminated people that really should have been eliminated.
A lot of that could be back stuff too. If someone's being toxic, that they're just like, now we need to get rid of this person, then yeah, they want.
I kind of wonder if it was because of the shoes, but I don't know. You never can tell.
Mm-hmm.
She, like, had a
Oh, hell.
shoemaker that she knew personally. Like, she had an end with dollhouse shoes, and, like, she designed the shoes herself, and, like, the guy basically said that he could make them for her as a favor, and they tried to tell her that, like, it was against the contract
Shit.
and everything.
It was the
But,
ultra
like,
packed super
he
bun.
had somebody, like, the winner had a friend make his, like, make some of his stuff that he designed, and it was, like, the actual garment. Like, it wasn't, like, the shoes, in my opinion, are kind of superfluous. But, like, if it's an actual garment, you know, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. It could be if it was an actual company who made the shoes, then that could be in breach of contract. But if it's like, Ayo, I just have this friend who's not affiliated with any company.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like Dollhouse knew her personally. She just knew somebody that worked there. I mean...
It really could have been the affiliation.
And so they were just like, oh, well, your models need to either go on without shoes, or, like, we can't count the shoes towards your score. And so she picked the latter, and she was still the runner-up, but I'm like, you know, if you addressed it, then I don't feel like you can penalize.
Yeah.
Anyways. She also had only 4 months to create a whole line, and she made the whole line and did her own shoes, and she was the only one that did that, which is kind of amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she showed up ready. Like, she had her models picked, she had all of it, and it was just like, wow.
Honestly, there's so many more celebrities that if they started out in game shows, they got second place. Like, Drew Lynch from American Got Talent, he won second place. He won place on piano player, songwriter, that. She made it pretty big, but I can't remember her name. Melanie Martinez, The Voice. She won second place. You remember the ones who win second place, and the ones that kind of keep going.
No, that's fair. I mean, there's a lot of people on American Idol that actually did better than the people that won the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think one of the only people that really deserved to win was Kelly Clarkson. A lot of other people got robbed.
Yep. I'm just remembering the time I sat in the audience for American Idol and America's Got Talent. Those shows are so fake.
Really? How fake are we talking?
I am talking that they had a hype person for each section of the audience, and that person told you exactly when to laugh, when to boo, when to aww, and when to clap. And the judges, literally, they were robots, and as soon as they said on air, it was like they flipped the switch, and that was their personality. Cameras off. No problem. Their faces were just blank.
Man.
It was crazy.
That's
It was for both
brutal.
of them. Especially how he met the host for American Got Talent. He was just like you literally would have thought he was a robot, just how like he literally powered it down.
Hey.
Jeez. Do they like pay people in the audience to?
Sometimes they turn around and the audience, but no. The hype people, their job was to manage the audience. That was it.
They had one job.
This'll be good practice.
Keep the audience engaged.
Well, I will say the one thing about this was, I mean, I know probably the big reveals where they build up, like, who got voted, like, is eliminated were probably hyped, because obviously there wasn't music, and they were probably just standing there feeling like idiots the whole time instead.
While they got every single zoom-in shot of every single judge and every single person in the audience, and then
like,
finally the people on the stage, and then...
The only part of this, like, that was made available to the public was the final, like, the finale. Like, everything before that... I mean, these fashion shows didn't have audiences, you know what I mean? Like, it was just for the judges. Which I kind of liked that, because I think it gave it kind of a candid element that we wouldn't have gotten if the public would have been, you know what I mean? Like...
Okay, no. Honestly, since I've been in game shows as the live studio audience, I can look at shows the same that because I just know how fake it is. It's honestly much better than canned laughter. Especially with like actual TV shows. I was in the audience for a Netflix show called Alexa and Katie. I was actually almost in Alexa and Katie. I pretty far into the audition segment. But I got to sit in the audience for that. And just, you're laughing at the same joke over and over and over again, because they have to repeat it every time. If they even something is off. It's bad.
What was the name of that pig we saw at the end?
The swine latong. It's a new specialty here in Chinatown. They say you'll be
Yikes.
blessed with delicious food after rubbing its ear.
That's right, Swine Laton.
That's rough.
That thing's so cute. I want to get a phone strap or something.
If you're looking
Ooh,
for
how
those,
big
they
this
sell them
is
at the
this?
shop near the entrance, so by all means, please stop by.
Thank you so
People
much.
have what?
It is
Feel like you
crowd
got
set
better
up
at
the
guiding
stages
people
though.
today, miss?
Actually, you know what? I'm not nervous anymore.
Hey, that's great.
Thank you, everyone. That's it for the tour.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I wanna
Sorry,
be...
Am. I'm back to the whispering.
Ah, no worries, no worries.
Kasuga-san, thank you so much for today. You really know how to fight.
Wow, it's pretty much all I'm good at. But forgive me. Great job standing up to that gorilla, Ayami.
I was really scared at first, but when I thought about protecting my customers, I didn't feel so afraid anymore. Right? Dependable.
She was incredibly
and
bitchy,
most
I'll be
importantly,
honest.
able to create the best memory for
The
all
one
the
I was talking
customers.
about, like Wendy Pepper,
That's
like
why
she
I
was a
came
bitch.
here. That's the kind of tour guide I want to
Holy
be.
crap.
That's really great. I'd say you were 4 for 4 on that, Ayami. The tour customers looked like they were having a lot of fun, and your dad and mom were both impressed too.
You think so?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
I'm so glad.
I'm like shaking.
It's really all thanks
Why
to you,
am I so
Kasuga-san.
emotionally invested in
It's because you
television?
worked hard, Ayami. You got some great parents.
Like, it's
I'm
old
going out with them
television.
tonight,
Like, it's not
so
even
I'll be
new
sure to treat
television.
them well.
It's just, oh god.
Oh, right. I'd like you to
Oh.
have this, Kasuga-san.
It made me, it did. It reminded me of the days, like, watching Survivor growing up. Like, holy crap.
All right then. I hope to see you again sometime.
Ah, Survivor.
Okay, time to head back.
Excuse me.
Oof. I'm gonna go refill my drink. Jeez.
Sorry to bother you.
Survivor.
I'm Ayami's
One of the people
mother.
literally told her,
And
Wendy,
I'm
this is
Ayami's
not Survivor.
father.
Stop being such a bitch.
Thank
It
you
was
so
like,
much for
okay,
helping me
damn.
today.
No, I didn't do
It was really
anything that
funny.
special. Ayami worked hard
But
because she knew
it
you
was
guys were
deserved.
coming.
She was being a
Well,
bitch.
that girl can be a little scatterbrained sometimes, but she does her best to be a good daughter. We were worried that all she might do was try to please us, and that her performance would suffer because of it. That being said, we were very much relieved to see how well she did today. I never knew Ayami was so strong, nor that she could make others smile like that. My husband even cried, he was so moved.
Oh, come on. That's beside the point.
I'm sure she'll be an even better tour guide from now on.
Every parent has to let their child fly solo at some point. And it helps that there's great guys like Kasuga-san out there too.
And just what is your relationship to our sweet Ayami exactly? Hmm?
Oh, please, dear.
Right, that was rude of me. Kasuga-kun, was it? We'd like you to have this.
A technique booster,
I
okay.
hope you'll be there for Ayami if she ever needs you again.
Yeah, sure. Uh-huh, yeah.
Good to see a family that's looking out for each other like that. Keep up the good work, Ayami.
And I can now hire her from the management menu. That's great. That's fantastic. Let me go top off on health and mana really quickly and then see if I can go help this biker gang out. Oh, this way. I've gone too far. This way, this way, this way.
いらっしゃいませ。
Who's hungry?
Me. So good. ありがとうございました。
Okay.
Urgh. Okay, I'm
Will
home.
it tell me where the bike is parked, or do
Now.
I just have to kind of roam around aimlessly? No, nope, it's down there. It's way down there. Okay. Well then, let me go up here first. Luke, what'd you say?
I said I think I'm good now.
This could get rough.
What's going on? I'm extorting this guy for I gave myself away. Alright, time to die.
You're not allowed to die.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
You're not allowed to die.
Oh, I think they're gonna be the ones that die.
That's good.
Thumbtacks
I
at
don't care
you.
if they die, but you're not allowed to die.
Really? Okay, okay. Clover wheel. Alright, Adachi.
You're gonna get stomped.
Let's go.
You sure you can beat me? You're gonna be in a world of hurt. I'll show you. Here we go. Okay,
with finesse.
Chainmail and smooth hide. Okay, cool.
Wow. She's had a great career, though.
Don't get run over. Who's had a great career?
The girl who came in second, like, her career is so much better.
Oh, I guess they're already selling those Michio-kun figures. Looks like rounding them all up was worth it. Huh? Hold up, that's not Ono Michio! This is a goddamn Ono Michi hoax!
Look, isn't he cute?
Michio.
Onomichio is all the rage in class.
Hey, doesn't Michio-kun have Onomichi ramen on his head? This is udon, isn't it?
Ramen, what's the difference, Michi? Just get out your Michi money.
Hironaka needs to hear about this right now.
Yes, Hironaka speaking.
Yo, it's me, Kasuga.
Oh, it's Michio Master Kasuga-san. Thank you for the other day. Is something the matter?
Actually, yeah. I just found a guy selling fake Michio merch on the street.
What? Did you really?
Yeah. He's over by the Taiyo Gate in Chinatown. He's selling knockoffs in a fake Michio costume.
A fake costume, you say? Understood. I'll be there as soon as I get ready.
Get ready. Weird. I guess I should keep an eye on this clown until Hironaka shows up.
Zero respect
So
for
hey,
the real thing.
Is the fruit on your head an orange?
Huh? Yeah. It's more or less an orange, Michi.
It's Michio-kun! Michio-kun! Michio-kun!
What's that?
So that pose you always do, the one where you go, oh no, Michio!
Damn it, kid. I'm busy here. You're in the way. Get lost.
Hey!
Michio-kun hit me!
Come on, come on. Take a look at my wares, Michi. I've got rare Michio figures for cheap, Michi.
That son of a bitch. Pulling crap like that and calling himself Michio. I can't take this shit anymore. I'm taking this jerk down a peg.
Wait, Kasuga-san.
Hey, Hironaka. That guy just hit a kid at... Whoa, shit! You are Hironaka, right?
I am Hironaka, but I am also not Hironaka. I am Ono Michio, brought to life by my rage for this nefarious imposter. He not only sells fake Michio-kun figures, but he misuses Michio-kun's precious name and makes children cry. Unforgivable! As Michio's producer, I will become the true Ono Michio and bring this swindler to justice.
Hey, that costume looks kind of loose on you. You sure it's your size?
It just means I'll have to fill the empty space with my love for Michio-kun. Here I go!
This is gonna go so well.
you, Michi. That'll be 2,000 yen, Michi.
Excuse me, Miss Michi, but you shouldn't be buying a fake Michio-kun from someone like him.
What? 2 Michio-kuns?
He's not Ono Michio, he's phony Michio.
Who the hell are you?
Ask me for my name and I'll give it to you, Michi. With my charming Hasaku face, steamy Onomichi ramen hat, cute fish pouch, cool boots, vital for any fisherman, and my bold and
Still kinda
trendy
wild.
Ono shirt. That's right, I'm the pride of Onomichi.
Hey, have you done the thing where you have to give that stupid guy in Inazuma conches, bro?
Cease this greedy business and take your fake Michi merch with you.
Am I audible?
Huh? What do you want?
You
about?
are.
The real Ono Michio would never show his face here.
Huh?
You're costing me business.
Did she step
Hey guys,
away?
get rid of this asshole.
They might have stepped away for a second.
Be okay.
Did they step away? Oh my gosh,
What?
terrible. I was asking if you had done the stupid, if you met the guy who kept asking for conches on Inazuma.
The guy who
wants you
kept
to go,
asking
like,
for.
look at seashells on the beach or something.
Maybe. I might have accepted that quest, but I don't think I actually started it.
It's just so random.
A lot of the ones on Inazuma are really random.
Like, at least the ones in Mondstadt,
Stay with me.
I don't know. Like, they're sort of vaguely connected to things.
Just to protect Michio's reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that suit was hanging off you. I'm sure that didn't help.
I don't know.
Yeah, like Inazuma is where they really start like branching out on what they can get you to do.
No, pretty much.
Just leave the rest to me.
It just
I'll
gets
protect
more and
you
more crazy.
and the
Like,
people of Onomichi.
like Liyue and Mondstadt feel a lot safer than Inazuma. And I feel like after they were so everywhere with Sumeru and all their little islands and stuff, like they kind of had to peel it back. No, not Sumeru, Inazuma. They had to peel it back a little bit for
I'm here to take your
Sumeru.
business Onomichi out.
Which, like, okay, I see it. Like, I admittedly think Sumeru is a little more
You don't know a damn thing about Michio. I'd say it's about time
together
someone
for
taught
me
you a
personally,
lesson.
but meh.
Oh, that's rich. coming
Like,
from
whatever
a
you
guy
like,
who's got
I guess. I mean, like, Inazuma was a
This
fun,
is easy money. And
fun
it's working,
country.
So we aren't stopping till it dries.
I like a lot of the main quests and the
You're just
story
some
quest
dopey
stuff.
mascot trying to
Mhm.
be a hero, but you're gonna wish you had.
But I have to admit, a lot of the side quests
Guess
are really
we're past
random.
talking then.
Like,
Might
the
be just a dopey
Enkonomiya
mascot,
and, like, the two other
but I'm not
islands, I'm
dopey
just like,
enough
I
to
don't get
let
it.
you soil the
Like,
good
what does
name
this
of
have to do with
Onomichi.
anything?
Keep talking.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
It does kind of help with the world building though, like it's not this area only exists for the story. It's people have their own lives and stuff.
I mean, that's fair. Oh, I'm so sick of this man. I have to give him conscious 7 days in a row before he'll give me the blueprint for the Amos bow. Not the Amos bow. Whatever his
How
bow.
rude.
Well, I mean, it's a 4-star bow blueprint, which, you know, you only get so many of those for free.
Hmm.
I was telling William I lost my 50-50 on the pull for, I was trying to get the signature weapon for Yae Miko, and I got the spear for Zhao, but I don't have any 5-star spear users. The only spear user I really use is Rosaria, but her signature weapon is that Dragon Spine spear, and it's just a 4-star spear. But, like, I don't really have anybody that I need a 5-star spear for. So, I don't know.
Is it always better for characters to have their signature weapon, or would they benefit from getting a different weapon if that weapon was better?
Well, I mean, I think that's true. I mean, there's definitely characters that their signature weapon, even though it was designed for their color scheme, is not, like, the best for them in combat.
Yeah.
Without that, You'll never beat me. No matter
So,
how
I
many
mean,
times you
yeah,
try.
I could see that.
So go.
I hadn't really thought much
If you
about
know
that.
anyone
I think
else
I'm
making
just like
fakes
from
like this,
a big
tell 'em
color
they better
scheme
stop.
person, so I'm always just
Tell 'em
like,
if they
my
keep
colors
this
have
shit
to go
up,
together.
Onomichio is gonna
I mean,
suit
there's
up.
That makes
exceptions,
sense.
but I really like...
Even sorry.
No, go ahead.
Even with my characters, I don't have anyone's signature weapon except for May's sword. But I still try to kind of give the ones that match the characters best. I make sure the stats are good and it does benefit the character the most. But also I kind of like to match a little bit.
Gotta match that aesthetic.
I feel you.
Just a little bit.
Like, the Dissension Sword looks so good with Animo Traveler. Like, to be honest, like, I know it's not the best sword in the world, but it's pretty decent, and it was literally made for him, so, I mean, like, you can tell that was probably one of the first things they made in-game.
Yeah, I've heard about this before.
Because I didn't realize it, but Madison told me it's like the canon sword, like, they actually used that sword in, like, the very first ever cutscene, whenever you get stuck in this realm.
Huh.
I'd have to go back and watch it. But, it does seem that way.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it was actually in, like, the original cutscene where the twins are together when they got separated, like she said. But it's called the Dissension Sword, or the Sword of Dissension. Then, like, the wings for the Traveler are called the Wings of Dissension. And then, when a certain part of Inazuma, somebody starts calling the Traveler the Descender. So, it's kind of cool to me that the Traveler basically, like, from that perspective, even if it's just 4-star gear, like, you get his whole, like, all of his matching stuff, or her matching stuff. And you don't have to pay for it, so that's nice.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of not paying.
Same.
Thank you very
Honestly,
much
with the way my Apple ID stuff is set up, I can't pay for anything. Yeah, because it's all set up to my parents' account, and I'm like, I'm not, no, I can't do that.
Really?
No, I got you. I have a passcode on mine, so I don't spend money on stupid things.
You alright?
Yes, I'm fine.
So, I have spent a little bit of money on this, and but I don't regret it necessarily. When I look at how many hours I've played the game in comparison to the money I've spent, it's really not that much. So,
yeah.
Obviously I haven't spent as much as, per se, Madison, probably. I thought we had spent about the same until me and her really got into talking about it one day, and she was like, no, I've dropped major cash.
This is a souvenir shop. Why'd we come here?
I don't know.
Actually, they've kindly allowed us to sell Onomichi merchandise here.
I think I've played the game a total of like 800 hours.
Wow.
I've spent like a little under 200, not all at once, obviously, like over a span of... I spent a little bit of money when I got Diluc originally. That was when I first played 4 years ago. So over the span of 4 years, like really I guess 2, because I took a 2-year break.
Yeah. Good luck.
I played up through Leeway and then stopped playing because there wasn't, Inazuma wasn't out, and then came back for like when Madison kind of got me back into it. But between then and now, so I mean, even with like 180 or so, I think it still comes out to a little bit less than like 25 cents for every hour I've played the game. Which by that standard, I don't think is too terrible. Especially since the game kicks you out after about 10 minutes of just being idle, and so I know for sure that like I actually played that time.
What does Onomichio do?
Oh.
but I didn't realize.
What?
Yeah.
What? Doesn't work nights. Welcome a familiar face into the fray. This beloved mascot conveys charm of Onomichi with every facet of his being. Boosts the party's attack and defense. Onomichio. Well, whenever Storm gets here, if his internet ever lets him, I have more pound mates to call on.
Hmm.
Here we go.
You're in it now. Don't get cocky.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt. I'll show you. You're gonna get stomped. You sure you want to get hurt?
Come on now.
I'm not backing down.
I'm up. Let's go. Let's go. Oh yeah.
Right.
Let's go.
You sure you can beat me?
You want to go? You're in it now. Take your best shot. I got this.
You're gonna get stomped.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I thought I was a whale until I heard what other people have spent, and I was like, oh shit.
No, dude, you gotta spend like
A whole bunch of money to be a whale. It's unreal.
yeah, a holy metric butt ton of money.
Like,
Don't worry. You don't worry. You are very, very, very far away from soap.
What is soap? What's the joke? Oh.
Soap.
Oh! That guy that was a jerk? Yeah, no, thank God. The spoiled little trust fund baby kid? Yes, I know.
Mhm.
Trust fund baby kid?
I don't know
Trust
what
fund
else.
mother's
I don't
basement
even
child.
know that he was. Like, to be completely honest with you, I realized this the other day, is he could have been somebody that just knew somebody that had a really good account that was a whale and then bought the account. Because some people do that.
Who's hungry?
I found that out the other day when I was reading through Genshin Reddit. Like, there's people who literally make accounts and just to see if they can get good rolls on the, like, easier intertwined fates that there are to obtain. And out of every 100, like, they'll sell, like, the 4 best. I don't know. It's really, there's a lot there, but whatever. It's actually a
feel
little
like-
unreal.
I feel like he was one of those Roblox kids that like just went, "Hey mom, look at this," and then it was turned on the face scanner to buy money for Roblox. But in Genshin.
Yep. Probably. He sounded like a little turd. I'm not even going to apologize. He just sounded terrible. I'm sorry. I'm a hater.
just can't. Ugh. I'll let you know. So are you really gonna marathon through everything, William, whenever you get to the Fire Nation, whenever it comes out?
Hey.
Absolutely. Side quests will absolutely take a back seat.
You're just gonna marathon to get to the Fire World?
Yeah.
Do you just love fire that much?
Who doesn't love arson?
I mean,
Thank
I
you.
like fire, but like, I just think it's funny that like me and Madison are all about the water and the cryo, and William's just like, let it burn, bitches! And I'm just like, okay, whoa.
Honestly, I'm happy with Electro, but also arson.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Electro, Dendro, and Fire, like, I like those ones.
I see the appeal, but the more I've read about it, like, Native American tribes and volcanoes in this game sounds intense.
You mean Mount Wanahakalugi?
That's what all of the trailer footage for Notlon, for the Fire Nation, it's all about. Like, they've said it's based off Native American culture. They've shown like some of the stereotypical, like, you know, like body paint, that kind of thing. And then in the midst of that, though, they've done one of landscape, and it's just like a string of freaking volcanoes. I'm like, the floor is literally lava. I am going to die. Like, I had a hard enough time in Inazuma with those places where you couldn't, like, walk without getting electrocuted by the atmosphere. The idea of having to have a way to walk across lava in a volcano in Genshin it sounds a little annoying, actually.
Let's go.
I feel like it would kind of have the same function as, I don't think it's going to be the same for everywhere, but I feel like it might have the same function as walking around in Dragonspine, where you get too hot, or where you get too cold, so you need something to warm you up. There'd be places where you get too hot, so you need to have something to cool you down.
Oh man. That would suck. Oh man.
Yo.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't think
but
that's going to be everywhere.
I mean, the whole nation's not volcanoes, but I would be surprised if there wasn't at least a volcano you could explore where that was the case.
Honestly, it might just mostly be desert. But like, not the Sumeru kind of desert, the kind of like Arizona desert.
It's possible.
Nah, don't mention it.
Where you get all the funky rocks.
Besides, I didn't do anything. Kasuga-san's the one who
I mean, basically, the American fan base, which is the third largest next to China and Japan for the whole game,
thank you very much.
wanted their own nation, and they
never
tried
met?
to say we didn't have the history for it, and then so somebody in the creation team was like, Native Americans.
Couldn't really tell you.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with that.
My purple Kaiser froze.
I mean, it's true, that's like our heritage, is like the people who lived here before us, but like, holy shit.
Taka-san! Sorry. I guess we
Like, is the village chief gonna come down from the mountain
We made
and
it
like...
back in one piece. That's what
Okay,
matters.
I'm gonna stop.
You mean barely
But-
in one piece? You look like shit, man.
playing his strange tribal instrument and tell me that I need to go find the...
Appreciate you stepping in back there.
Look, as long as they are better than the animated movie Peter Pan in representing Native Americans,
Wasn't it obvious?
I think they'll be okay.
They have what?
You know the animated movie Peter Pan? The Disney movie? As long as they do a better job representing Native Americans than that movie, then I think it will be okay.
President of the Purple Kaisers.
Ooh, neat. Huh?
I actually think they'll do a great job culturally, to be quite honest with you. They've done quite a bit of cultural research with different things that they've done. Like, Snezhnaya is supposed to be based on Russia, and it's... Their Fatui is based off of the Comedy dell'arte, which was Italian, but it was an Italian, like, an improv style that became very popular in Russia as kind of like a second wave. Like, during the Renaissance, like, it spread outwards, and so by the late 1800s, it finally kind of made its way into the Russian civilization when it started to die in mainland Europe. And so each of the Fatui are based off of the 11 character archetypes from this improv formula. Except Tartaglia. There is a Tartaglia archetype for Commedia dell'arte, but it's not very close to what we got for Tartaglia. So, like, as far as, like, culture... I mean, I don't know what Genshin's got going on, but that tidbit bit of information shows me that, like, they had the foresight to think of that, like, 6 nations ago. So, like, they've planned this out. Like, it's gonna be well-researched. My question is if they're gonna keep doing what they've been doing, where you have regions like Sumeru, which is clearly, like, some weird mix of India and South America, and still have everybody be white.
I'd argue that no, they're very much not all white. Like Dea is very much not white.
Yakuza from now on, alright?
Okay.
All of the scholars, though, yeah, no, they pasty.
You take care.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we both love Tainari, but he's pretty white. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty white.
Life on the line for your brother, huh?
No, I don't think Dea is white. I don't think Candace is white.
Yeah, no, Candace Sino, not white. I guess Sino is technically a scholar, but no, he's not white.
He's very light-skinned, but yeah, no, he's not white.
Call for president of a biker gang for some high-speed vehicular pounding, knocks away all enemies, and may even leave burns.
I liked Dea.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome.
She was fun.
I'm not backing down. I have secrets too.
That's all.
Here we go.
William's there for it. I'm sorry.
I'm
William just like, I don't care about your life, Karina. F off, I gotta get to Nalon. Like, I gotta go set myself on fire.
exactly.
I don't care about your Fontaine and your problems.
No, I don't give a shit about Fontaine. Give me that fire.
Okay, but I'm 100% if I do a Genshin cosplay ever, I am making Kevlar a Fontaine poodle.
Yeah, love it.
I don't care what character I am cosplaying, if they are from Fontaine or not. Kevlar's going as a Fontaine poodle.
I want to do a Fontaine cosplay.
But why a Fontaine poodle?
Because they're poodles. They're the only poodles you see in the game.
Yeah,
And they have little hats and guard outfits.
I can't argue with that.
Also, one of the dogs farted and it's awful.
Oh. Oh, lovely.
I have all three of them sleeping in here. Oh, why did I agree to this?
Oh, so lovely.
Oh.
I do not understand her hatred of Yae, but I guess it's fair, because I don't really care for Raiden, so it's just like all fair and nothing more. It's funny to me that there's such a polarizing pair.
I just think they're all pretty cool.
I don't hate Raiden. I just don't love her the way I like Yae Miko is so clever and like kind of salty, but like in a charismatic way. I don't know.
No, I get it. I don't have strong opinions one way or another. I'm just like, oh, that character's kind of cool. And then I move on. Unless it's Gaming, because I love the guy.
I wish Domeng would have been a 5-star because he's totally awesome.
He is totally awesome.
And his little like jump dive mechanic is kind of fun.
I know.
Like I would totally party him and Baloo together if I had enough gear for both.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, the pound mate I just summoned. The biker guy.
I kind of wish Gaming's, not like big ability, but the one where he does like little jump dive thing. I wish it didn't take so much of his health compared to how much he's able to heal.
That is true. That kind of bugs me a
Like,
little bit.
that is my one thing with playing him as a character. If you do that, you can heal other characters, but it doesn't heal more than it takes his health. So if you use it on him multiple, you're just slowly killing yourself.
I need to go to the taxi.
It is a little rough.
Here we go.
Let's go.
You sure you want him first?
Why?
Why what?
I'm sorry. I'm being pain in the ass.
I summon you.
Like once you get them to level 80, it is like the Great Wall of China trying to get them to 90. You have to have 20 of their special like material that you get from fighting the raid bosses
60 of whatever plant, and you have to have like 30 of whatever the normal enemy drop is, the enemies that drop like little byproducts. So for Reyna, for example, I need 20 of the water that failed to transcend that comes from the hydrotulpus thing in Fontaine. Then I need 60 Lakelight Lilies, and I need like 28 energy nectars from Whopper flowers. And then, to top it all off, if I have all that, I have to have 6 5-star Verunda Lazarite stones. Like...
For who?
Just for Farina.
Oof.
So, like, she's been sitting at, like, level 80, and, like, Madison just got her whole team to 90, and she's like, I'm getting ready to ascend, and I'm just like... Okay. Like...
You sure you want to get hurt?
Yeah. I understand.
I got this.
Should I ascend? Do I really want to go through that right now? I mean, it's not that bad. Really? It's just like, I have a very achiever mindset personality, and so I don't like leaving things unfinished. I don't know how to explain it, but in video games it's different. Like in real life, I understand that there's things I can't control, and sometimes you have to leave things open-ended. But I am a little bit of a control freak about video games. Like, I want to check all my boxes. It's finite, it's controlled, it's up to me. Nobody can deviate it or make it crazy. Which, I mean, you know, whatever. So, when I get it in my head, I want to ascend the character. I want to ascend the freaking character. Like...
Senile old bitch. Do you want your bar destroyed? Huh?
You boys do what you gotta do.
Listen, Granny. I don't gotta do anything. It don't benefit me at all to wreck your place.
The Great Wall
So
of
why
Bennett
don't you
and
just
Jungling.
tell me what I want to know?
Did I
Where's
send you all that video?
Kasuga?
Because that was hysterical.
Folks said you would know.
If everyone told you to
I
jump
did
off
not
the
see the
cliff,
video.
Basically, it was somebody evaluating
You should jump off a
Shun
cliff, crusty
Yun,
old
like
hag.
the Shinyon, I guess. The
Damn.
guitar player from Leeway that's like a fire claymore user.
Sorry.
And he was,
I
and
didn't
just
mean
in
to
general,
hit
like, we have so many good fire
It's been a
claymore
while
users,
since
and then
I
we have
punched
good
a woman.
pyro units, like, we have Yoimiya, we have Lenny, we have
So,
Diluc, we have Da
you
Ming,
feel like talking
we have
yet,
Bennett, we have
Grandma?
Zhongling, I think there's just not very many pyro units that are bad, and so, like, she is just incredibly
another swing.
underwhelming.
And this
And she's a
time,
4-star, so there's
try
that,
to
like,
have
against her,
better
and
aim.
basically he just said, he was like,
Yes, sir.
look, bro, like, if you want to be relevant, you're gonna have to climb the Great Wall of 4-star pyro support characters. The Wall of Zhongling and Bennett. And it was just, like, it was just really humorous to me.
You decided to show up.
Because, like, nobody plays Jeon Yoon. She was in
Hired you
one
here.
character event, she's
I'm
not
the
in the main
kinda guy who
story,
does
and pretty much
whatever I'm
after her
told
event
not to
ended,
do.
nobody ever heard anything about her again.
Hmm.
I have her from when that event came out, like, way back in the beginning.
You okay, Hamako-san?
But that event was so, like, back when
Don't think
Klee and
that I was trying to
Jean and
protect you guys
Diluc
or
were, like,
anything.
brand
It
new.
wasn't
Like,
like that.
and Venti, and they were, like,
Oh,
the first
sure.
4 or
You just didn't
5-star
approve of these guys' bad manners, right?
legendary
Too
units that
classy
you
of
could
you.
recruit off of the banner. And
Yep.
she was kind of
You
like
just
this
weren't up to my
token
standards.
Will you
4-star. I
let
mean,
us
this is
handle
back
it
when,
from
like,
here, though?
her and the ones I lifted, let's see.
I think
Klee
you've
was
got it.
Pyro.
It would have been Klee and Diluc would have been the only 5-star pyro units at that time. And then it was pretty much Bennett, Amber, and John playing, and that was it.
Totska?
And then Shen Yun came out.
I don't care.
And so,
what
like,
he thinks
upon
of me
release,
anymore.
like, she really wasn't
I'm
bad.
done with the old man.
But, like,
You
as the
are.
game has gone on, she's not really special anymore. Like, she just had this one little, like, event built around her in version, like, 1.1 or 1.2, and now nobody even remembers she existed. And until real recently, she hadn't had a rerun on a banner as a secondary poll until, I don't think it's these. I think it's like the last banners we had with Navia. Not Navia. Nahida. She was a possible pull on the Nahida banner. So there was that.
Let me get this straight. You become top dog, and the first thing you want to do with that power is come after me?
Sure. Come after you, tear you limb from limb, dump the pieces in the bay.
No, I don't know.
Let's say you actually managed
I
to
actually
pull that
wanted
off.
to like Jean
Then
Yun.
I
I think
take
she's
control of the
Jin Yun or
counter
Jin
for
Yan.
the
Like she
along with this entire
has an
fucking
interesting
town.
character design, and her whole thing is that she's like in a rock band, which is kind of cool. But like, yeah, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not backing down. Here we go.
Don't get cocky.
Admittedly, it's a little painful for me at this point that she even exists.
Don't get cocky.
I think I have her at Constellation 3 because I pulled a lot for Nahida. And every time I got a copy of her, it just like made me sigh. I was like, I am never gonna play this person.
I feel that way with Ning Wong.
Same.
Like, I literally just pulled her again, and I'm like, I literally hate this character.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, it just depends for me if I like. Honestly, if I'm gonna pull a banner, part of it's like if I like the people on it. Like right now, is it Ning Wong? And yeah, so I like Yao Yao. No, it's this banner that chick's on. I'm not crazy. Okay, Xin Yan or whatever her name is on this banner.
Really?
Yeah, the red hair girl. So it's Yao Yao, Xin Yan, and Ning Wong. So like, I like Yao Yao. I do not like Xin Yan. I don't care for not Noelle, for Ning Wong. Noelle, I would pull for. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm always happy to get Noelle.
but like the first banner that I really pulled a lot for, I think, was Sucrose Rosaria and who was the other one on that one? Maybe to remember. Candace.
No.
Candace. Okay, they were all really quality. And then since then, it's like, oh, I like 2, I don't like 1. I like 1, I don't like 2. So I don't know who the people are going to be on the banner that's coming out like in a day. I guess I could look. I think they sent it out in the mail. But let me look. And it's really going to tell me one way or another. I don't remember. I just know it's Chiori and it's Ito. I think Goro's on it, and there's 2 other people. And from my recollection, I didn't really care for who else was on it. I also didn't really care when Farazan was on a banner.
Go play King of the Playground.
She's okay,
at some
but like
park.
her and Layla are kind of like
Hamako-san ever
negligible
tells me
to me.
you
Like
showed
they
your
just sort of
sorry ass
exist.
face around here, I'll row you into a bamboo mat and toss you in the river. That's a promise. We clear? We're clear.
"47 like lilies." That's good. Okay, let's see what this other thing.
I'm so freaking excited for Kevlar to get his hair fixed.
Hello?
Understandable.
The last time I tried cutting him, his ears are 2 different lengths, and there's just entire sections on his body that I missed. And I've tried a couple times to just clean it up with scissors, and I just made it worse.
I was thinking the same thing.
The boy needs help professionally.
And here I thought I was finally gonna get a thanks out of you.
Someday.
Once he gets done professionally, I can continue to just kind of like catch up what the groomer did originally. But I think I obviously let him grow out too much that I couldn't follow whatever the groomer did previously, and so it was just bad. It's bad.
It's a Yakuza invasion.
It's so bad.
As a political protest. Fucking coward.
I think this is the first time I've genuinely given him a bad haircut.
Counterfeiting machine. I just know it. The Great Wall's strength depends on that thing.
So the Omi want to expose the Ijin 3's whole operation?
They're just a muscle. The orders come from Bleach Japan. Bleach Japan knows all about the counterfeiting.
And they figure if they destroy that, they'll destroy the Great Wall.
Yeah, but that's where you come in. Assuming you still want to lend the Komi Jewel a hand.
Why us? Why not your guys?
I wish I could use my guys, but there's sort of a coup going on.
What?
Mabuchi's been whipping all the boys into a frenzy. They ain't happy the counterfeiting was kept secret.
And what? Now it's full-on mutiny?
Yeah, he's out there saying
We're off to see the wizard.
bosses live the high
Wonderful
life,
wizard
sharing the
was.
wealth. A lot of my crew are buying it. My chances of getting a knife in the back are pretty high right now. And so are Chairman Hoshino. So yeah, I'm not gonna send away what few loyal guys I got left.
I get it.
So can you help? Don't make me beg.
You begging me might be interesting.
Look, help us now and the Ijin 3 will forget all about the Namba business.
Really? Do I have your word on that?
Yeah, I'll talk to him myself. They'll come around. We got a deal?
We do. I still feel like I'm getting the raw end of it.
As long as you're taking it. Ah, shit, I'm out of time for chit-chat. But let me tell you one more thing. The guy giving these orders to Bleach Japan, it's the director, Ogasawara.
He hung up. He asked us to go help the Komi Jewel.
Us? Help them?
In exchange for letting Namba off the hook, right?
Yeah, your hearing's good, Adachi. Did you also hear that Ogasawara's behind the whole thing?
So I guess we'll be paying him a visit too.
Definitely. I've got a lot of questions for our pal Kume.
No side missions left.
Hey ya.
Gesinterblumen.
Thank you.
We know you're a bunch of criminals! Open up already!
Okay. That's right. Yeah!
They really were amazing with Fontaine, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that much. They did a really good job with the underwater stuff, and it's pretty... it's impressive.
It is. I like the underwater stuff.
Like, they didn't make it... They just made it its own thing, you know? Instead of it being like...
Mm. I still think that one little underwater room underneath the opera house, that's probably my favorite place.
Really?
Like, one of my favorite places in the game.
God help us. I understand this puzzle, but this execution is a little rough.
Listen.
Are you kidding me?
I'm a hussy, you're just the garbage under my heels. Damn. Damn, Saeko, holy hell.
Yeah, she's right,
I mean,
Damn.
but you didn't have to send that man to Jesus.
Yes, she did. Good for her.
I love her. Oh, she's savage.
These are just
I
common.
condone this murder.
These are just common street thugs. She didn't have to save that
No,
heat
I
for
condone
the
this murder.
big boys.
Good for her. I condone this murder. Good for her.
See, this is why I prefer her to Eri. Like, Eri's cute and sweet, but Sayako's like a badass, but she's still a lady.
Well, Eri's just a side character, so we don't get much interaction between her and the villains. Sayako just over here roasting people.
I mean, yeah, like, you can try and tell Sayako that, like, she's not ladylike, but she's gonna fuck her ass up. Like,
I don't think Sayako gives a damn about being ladylike in any way, shape, or form. One of her moves is literally kicking a guy in the balls.
As she should. Good for her.
oh my god. Okay, to be fair, the girl has a history of being treated very poorly by men.
I mean, I suppose?
Okay, what part of her sister was involved with a soap land? Do you not understand?
Twin sister, mind you.
Oh, I know. But I mean, she was the good one.
She was the good one? What does that mean?
Like, if I'm correct, she talked about how her parents didn't want the twin working in the soap land, and so she just, like, there were times whenever the sister was new to the soap land that she made a lot of money. But much as that happens, once you're not new anymore, you know, as a prostitute, the clientele moves on to the next new thing. And even though...
Are you saying me that the clientele likes their prostitutes new and not used?
That's essentially what it talks about in the story. And so, like, the sister, like, falls on her luck or whatever, but, like, Sayako did what, like, her parents told her, and she tried to, even though it's not necessarily the best career, tried to make something of herself as a bartender. And that's why she's stable. And... yeah. I don't know. I'm not saying it's perfect. But that is kind of how I remember that happening.
That sounds really terrible.
Ridiculous!
Okay, I didn't say that it was just gonna be a pocket full of sunshine here. Like, I wish I could tell you it was, but let's be honest here. There's some crazy shit that happens in that game. So, her sister becoming a prostitute
Like the
really
diaper dudes.
seems like small potatoes compared to some of the shit I'm sure you've already seen.
Like the diaper dudes.
Uh-huh. Like
The
diaper dudes.
The man babies.
Not the man babies. I don't... Why'd you have to re-traumatize me with that? I don't... Why?
Because it's fun.
It wasn't consensual. They forced a diaper on me. I feel violated.
You did agree.
I agreed to the bottle. I did not agree to the diaper.
Yo. Sup?
Hey ya.
Wow.
Oh yeah, here we fucking go!
That animation looked bad.
What?
Wrecking ball. Luke, you remember that part of Eugene Show that's been walled off?
Yes, that part.
Okay. And Wrecking Ball comes in, wrecks it down, so Bleach Japan can get through, and we have to disguise ourselves as protesters. Okay. If you go back and watch the live stream and watch that part of the Wrecking Ball being pulled back to be released, the wheel doesn't actually turn, the cable doesn't actually move. The cable that is stretched out shrinks magically.
Oof.
Like, you just see this spooling of the cable get shorter and shorter.
Hmm? Hmm?
They do so many things well. To be fair.
Damn, they're pulling out all the stops.
Where's Ogasawara? You see him?
No! There's too many people!
Even if he's here, there's no way we can get to him in this crowd.
Hey! You with the spider hair!
Ah, shit. That's the guy Kume was with.
Look at this riffraff! Let's show them they're not welcome!
I think we better make ourselves scarce.
Agreed.
You think we'll let you rats scamper away?
I do not want to fight this stupid boss. Just give me a minute. I will get my spring of the first dewdrop, and I will get the hell out of your way, dude. Evil jellyfish man. I killed you before. I don't want your Kool-Aid now.
You sure you want to get hurt?
Darn, missed that. Hello, Darnella.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm feeling a lot better. A lot better.
Oh, good.
Oh my gosh. Yesterday was so bad, y'all. So bad.
I was wondering because you
no.
sounded okay, and then all of a sudden, no, I can't do this.
So I took my medication, right, so I can go to sleep, but I had the worst trip ever. And I had a panic attack, is what happened. While like at the height of my medication.
Oh.
And this edible that I was on.
Oh, okay, yeah, because, you know, mixing medications and edibles is always a good plan. Folks, don't do that.
Small. I wasn't taking the heavy stuff. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Like, literally, it was just like heartburn meds and like, that was literally it. It was literally heartburn medication. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. It was just a small edible.
Fair enough.
Because I was wanting to go to sleep, not be,
Yeah.
And then it hit, like, as soon as we started playing, I was like, alright, I'm good. And then when we were in that tunnel, I never liked that tunnel because I always get lost in that tunnel, especially at that part we're in.
Yeah.
So I typically have to follow someone out, and if I can, I never go to that tunnel ever again. I hate that tunnel with a passion.
Oh.
And so
when I just fast traveled out of there.
Yeah, when you fast traveled, I was stuck.
Oh no.
And so I'm constantly going up and around, and I keep ending up in the same spots, and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I missing? I'm missing somewhere. I'm not going where I'm supposed to go. And it got to the point that I was getting frustrated. And then
The place where you were shot.
interrupt him, because he's in the middle of killing this crab trap. But you know what? You know you can just wait, right? Like, it's not that serious. Calm down.
I know you.
Just wait. Is what I'm telling myself, but I'm still getting worked up because I'm stuck in this stupid freaking tunnel. So finally I leave out of the tunnel, and I'm like, okay, nope, we're fine, we're gonna calm down, it's okay, look at this, you can still kill things, it's alright. And as I go to the map itself, see what's happening, like where you're at, at that point, that's when I was just like, what the fuck are you at? At that point, I was already freaking out, and I was just like, it's okay, but I kept looking at the map, and the only way to get to this section anywhere near you, I have to go through that tunnel. And I'm just like, look, I'm having a panic attack about a fucking tunnel, and I have to literally just fast travel to him. Not worried about it. That's fine. And then you were like, yeah, there's some stuff I gotta give you. You gotta go to Sanctuary. I was like, yes, let's go. That's why I was so excited. Not that you were giving me the light show, because we're gonna be out of this damn level. Hopefully calm the fuck down. I'm panic attacking about this dumb level. And I'm so mad at myself. Because I'm getting more and more worked up, and I'm just like, we're out of fucking level. He keeps giving me a light show. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm just like, I'm to the point of no return. At that point, I felt like I was about to die. And I was like, nope, we gotta get off.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. And so it was so bad because if I thought it hit before, I was nowhere near it. Oh, that was like that was the worst.
that was the devil.
Worst. That's when I tell you, y'all, I'm so serious. When I was genuinely like, the heart attack. Is this real? I dying right now? There's no way. Oh man, and I'm literally like typing out my goodbyes. You think I'm kidding, but I'm freaking the hell out, and I'm just like, I am going to die. And all I keep thinking as I'm just like, no, calm down, you're fine, it's not that serious, oh my gosh, you are okay. Like, I'm trying to calm myself down, but it's not working. I am doing all of the meditation techniques, I am doing the mindfulness, I am using the therapy lessons, okay? They're not working. I cannot calm down for shit. And I'm just like, no, it's fine, just get to bed. Just get to bed. You'll be fine, just get to bed. But I'm so, at this point, I'm beyond fucked up. I cannot stand up straight. I am fumbling everywhere. My eyes are half open. And I still have to get myself ready for bed. And
I
I'm
have
just
faith
like,
in you.
I had faith in me too. I did it. I made sure all fire hazards were turned off. I made sure.
All the fire hazards.
I had my heating pads, that was turned off. I had my little candle wax going, that was turned off. My computer, my TV, everything was turned off and ready for work the next morning. I had my tablet and everything turned off. I had everything plugged in. I had made sure my alarms were set. I made sure I had an extra alarm set just in case. Like I had my clothes ready and everything. Like I did everything I possibly could because I knew that if I went to bed before any of that was done, that wasn't getting done.
Mm-hmm.
When I woke up.
I know that feeling.
I got like I couldn't even walk. Oh my god, it was so bad. I couldn't tell you even now like what happened. I just remember stumbling around the room and just like, okay, go to bed. Just get in the bed. It's fine. Turn your fan on high. Make yourself cold. Calm your body heat down. You'll be fine. And literally earlier that day, my sister for Christmas, she had gotten me a headphone head cooling thing, and it's literally just one of those cool packs.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally wear it on your head. Is what it is. So like if you get like a headache, or if like you get hot during the night whenever you sleep, your head and it helps your head to be cool, and you just put it in your freezer. And I had just so happened I hadn't put it back in the freezer for a good like month. Because it gets really cold. It freezes.
Yeah.
And
stay in one fucking place.
Earlier that day, I was cleaning up. And I was like, I'm going to put this in the freezer. I'm going to put it in this bag. I'm going to put it in the freezer. That way, it's ready whenever I'm ready to use it for once. And as I'm sitting there and I'm literally thinking I'm going to die, I'm like, oh my god, this is a heart attack. I'm so fucking pissed. Let me put some underwear on. Like, I was so genuinely, like, not sure if I was going to be the next morning. And I'm like, no, there's got to be a way. Like, I don't feel like I'm dying, but I may be dying. I don't know. Like, I'm the fuck out. And I grab the little headache pack and I go, cold, shock. Okay, so if I do die, I'm just thinking like long term. Okay, if I do die, I'll put this cold thingy right here near my heart. It can either shock me back, or if I put it on my brain, hopefully it's long enough for there to be some activity when it's all said and done. Like, I'm genuinely like, don't die. Just don't die.
Yeah.
Because I really was freaking fuck out, y'all. And so I take the little headache thing, and I put it on my bed at night, and I literally just fall face first in my bed. And I am so struggling at this point. And I am like baby crawling. Like, actually get into place to actually go to sleep.
Crawling.
I am baby, and that's not even exaggeration. I am doing the doggy paddle. That's what I'm doing to inch myself up on the bed, because my coordination is at negative right now.
Oh no.
We had better coordination after beer pong.
Oh no.
We've all had better coordination. We had better coordination after that one night of Mad Dog we don't ever talk about. Like, we've had more coordination.
Oh,
when
hell.
I tell you, I was,
man. not that night.
regret.
Why did you?
It was work when I tell you I could not stand up. It took me 20 minutes.
Luke,
regret. Just the night of regret.
Yeah, the night of regret. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't have to tell me what happened. Can I just?
Oh no, that's literally it.
No,
that was, they just had Mad Dog, and they
what
night of regret.
Is Mad Dog?
Oh, it's a liquor. It's a really like Boone's Farm.
Okay, so it's
more
like,
colorful than Boone's Farm.
It's hardcore.
Stronger than Boone's Farm. About the same price as Boone's Farm. And you will regret it much more than Boone's Farm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's cheap, it's strong, and it's pretty colors. Worst combination you could ever possibly have with an alcohol.
There were
pretty colors.
Yeah, pretty colors. So many pretty colors.
Like, it makes you see pretty colors, or it comes in pretty
It comes in pretty colors.
In pretty colors.
Going in and coming out. Like...
Okay.
Like, it looks like slushy blue. Like, oh, you know exactly what I mean. Like, when you have when it's been a hot day, you want a Gatorade, you don't go get the red one, you go get that light blue one. Why? Because it's the best one. That color, light blue, slushy. That's what a Mad Dog looks like. And it has every color like that. Like, it looks like ice blue. Is it not that ice blue, though? It's that ice blue
that's
color.
why I said you're not even wrong about that Gatorade.
Like, it's that particular Gatorade. It's that ice blue. It has the really pretty red, like a vibrant red. It's got a really great yellowy orange mango type beat. There's a green one that looks just really vibrant and cool. Like, you would think it's honestly a slushie, unless you knew that. Don't. It's regret. It's as bad as you would think you could get liquor for $5 for. It's just regret. That's how I felt. Trying to climb in my bed that I was already halfway on last night. That should climb the rest of the way up. And then when I finally laid down and I was like, okay, just rest. I kind of forgot that I had the little ice packy thing. And so I was like, no, over. Now you're gonna put the ice chest on your chest. Well, I forgot that I put it on the bed, and so I rolled right into it. And you know how, like, in Avatar, right? There's lightning bending, and she's aimed, like, right square in the middle of the back.
Yeah.
And it kills him, right? And then at the series finale, when he hit point blank right in that spot to unlock the Avatar state, that's what happened. I unlocked the Avatar state.
Ooh.
That cold hit right in the center of my back.
Ooh.
I unlocked that. I really did. I felt like I unlocked the Avatar state because I just remember just balling out and I feel like, oh, I'm not dead. No, we good. Ooh. Oh, that was
good
horrible.
now.
We're alive. Oh, that's.
But ice cold. The Avatar state.
The Avatar state.
That's what it felt like. I unlocked a new level of consciousness. Is what it felt like. If there was a third eye, I would have had it and it would have been open. Been blind, but it would have been open. Like, it hit so hard. And I don't know if it was because I was just like, the medicine, the overwhelming of it. So, like, whenever I get like that, I don't like to be touched. And so here I get with a block of ice, smack in the middle of my back. I just remember going, whoo, whoo, whoo. Alright, yep, I'm good. And then my ass passed out. That was the last thing I remember.
Yep.
But I'm salty, so I have been on here on this PlayStation since about 6 o'clock this afternoon.
About the same time I got on.
Waiting for one of you fuckers to get on.
We've been on for a hot minute.
Here's what pisses me off. So I'm on my main screen, right? I'm on the front area. And it has Borderlands, and it shows everything, and it was showing your friends that are on. And it said, no friends are online. And when I checked, none of you guys were online. I was like, okay, cool. I'll just wait. Remember about the time they normally get on. Nothing showed. Nothing showed, nothing showed, nothing showed. Until literally, as I was about to turn off my PS5, I accidentally flipped to the left and it said, Yakuza 6. I was like, wait the hell a minute. He's been out for 3 hours.
I started the party, like, as soon as I got on.
I was so mad. Like, even right now, it still shows that I have no friends online right now.
Huh.
See, and I thought that was weird because I thought it showed you as not online yesterday for me, and I was like...
Well, so I typically show up as not online, but that's just because that's how I have my status set. It's to never show as that I'm online. Because I don't always want to be online.
Oh, I see.
Mostly because you're not just because of y'all, but... But sometimes I just want to be, by myself, but also, like, I have friends that hit me up on here and I just don't want to talk to them either. So, but yeah, but typically it'll show you guys, it'll show, y'all are online. It showed nothing. I was so salty.
Hey.
So yeah, I didn't find out till literally about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I've been streaming Yakuza this whole time.
This puzzle's weird.
All the puzzles are weird in Genshin.
Damn. I know.
That Genshin, I can't talk.
You what?
I was about to say, you ain't got Genshin, but I can't talk.
I mean,
You can't talk. Darnella, do you play the Genshin?
I don't, but the amount of money I have spent in those kind of games, I can't talk.
Oh, we were just discussing how I'm not a whale.
Yeah.
Because I've played about 800 hours, but have only spent about 25 cents per, so to speak.
Yeah. I'm not. I know I'm not a whale in my games, but can't tell my bank account that.
Well, I mean, Madison made the joke that she was a dolphin, and I kind of thought that we had about the same as far as a lot of that went, but I guess not so much. I was a little surprised. I kind of thought. But
No, I think she's like me. Like, we get into it, we get into
she's spent a lot more than me. Like, I was a little shocked, I won't lie.
Oh,
I can't leave the area.
Like, don't even let me. I would hate to show you my receipts from Apple.
I can't.
I would be offended. I am offended.
I can't leave the area. Okay. Alright.
I don't even know I'd be spending that much. Like $20. What do you mean $20? I only got these things that were like $2.99. Oh, that's how you got me. Okay. Dang, I bought that 6 times? I'll be fine.
It's a bunch of small charges that slowly add up until you're like, what the?
And that's literally what it is.
Ain't here for a meal.
It's just a whole bunch of small ones that just get. Because, like, especially that Disney game I'm playing, they'll be like, we have a special going on. $1.99, you get all of this stuff. And crystals. Look, insert cool character here. I want a Kermit the Frog.
Right?
Spam. Spam, 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 spam.
It's not easy being green.
I got Kermit the Frog. I done spent like $30, but I got.
That was pretty solid.
I did they had like 2 weeks ago. They usually switch it up to a new character or a major character that they hardly release about every 2 weeks. And so 2 weeks ago they had Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. And I had never used her. I've never even watched the movie. I'm just aware of it. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I don't need her. I'm fine. I just got King Triton. I don't need anybody else. And before that, I got Olaf. I'm good. I'm fine. And as I'm playing the game, they're like, yeah, you get to unlock all this different stuff. So I'm unlocking all the stuff. But I kind of want her. And they're like, special deal, $5.99, you get 6 crystals. I was like, 6 crystals. That's like $1 a piece. And those crystals are like $5 usually. I can swing that. Ladies, maybe. I did not swing that. I swung my ass right into debt. Oh, did y'all hear about the Oscars?
I saw a moment of Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger side-eyeing Michael Keaton, and Michael Keaton doing the Batman stare back and just bring it on. Come on, come on. Any day you're ready. Come on.
Quality. Quality.
He didn't say anything. He just sat there and was like, "Come on."
That's
a big drama.
It's not a big drama. More than anything, honestly. Unless there was something I missed. I mean, I'm still looking. But Ryan Gosling doing the Barbie movie. Will, I tell me you finally saw it.
Not yet, though.
Sir, I need you to go watch this film. This film is the campiest thing to ever camp. and I'm gonna need you to be strong in your masculinity to well. Why I trust you to go see
We
this.
talk about the Barbie movie?
Yes.
Crow has convinced me next movie night we'll go
Yep.
watch it.
Cool. Thank you, Crow.
You're welcome. Also, I will make you wear pink. If not, I have a pink scrunchie that you will wear.
Yes. Yes. No, trust me. Yes. Yes.
Can I just
Trust
wear?
me.
Can I just?
I was wearing pink.
Can I just wear the shirt?
I'm
Yes.
not gonna
If you have a pink shirt.
I
Yes.
think that it's a little scary how culty that movie has become.
Crow.
No.
Crow
Look,
knows the
I'm
shirt that
telling
I
you,
talk about.
Watch the movie. Watch the movie. It's
You have to
Barbie,
watch the
so
movie.
it's going to be pink. So that's kind of.
Dumb.
It's not dumb.
Look.
Watch that movie.
Look. I personally hate wearing pink.
Same.
I watched Pink for that movie.
Yep.
Or I wore pink for that movie.
Yep.
You have to wear pink when you watch the Barbie movie.
Yes. Because it's just so good. Like, I am not a pink person. I've told y'all the story about my little sister ruined my Xbox and all my stuff with her pink nail polish. I can't stand pink. I have never liked pink. It's a known fact in my life. I will murder people. They know it. And they do it on purpose. Yeah, no. I was... Pink. Yep. Pink. And I was bobbing to it. I had it on. Worth it. It was enough.
Yes.
Enough. I'm gonna leave that alone right there. Just leave that right there. But, the movie's hilarious. But it's also really deep. It is not... It's just a really good film. I promise you that. Anyway, there's a performance done by one of the people from there, and he actually got some of the original cast in the film, from the film, to his background dancers for this moment. And it's actually pretty quality, because it's not like he just got, like, random people. He got, like, Marvel action stars. Like...
Right.
The Doctor.
Yeah.
And they're literally his background dancers. The whole thing to me personally was funny. Like, you can't help not but to laugh. That was one of the best part.
Did Barbie win or something at the Oscars?
It won original song, or Billie Eilish won original song. It was up against I'm Just Ken, which I'm going to let you just enjoy that whenever you get.
The one that won is the one that I was humming the other day, Will.
It's such a good song. Oh
Did
my god.
it win anything else, or?
No. Not that I'm aware of, at least. I hope it won costuming, I think, but I don't think it did.
What's the big drama about it, I guess?
Literally, people were just pissed.
Because it was even nominated for something?
Well, part of it is because the movie's really, really good. Greta Gerwig, the director, should have gotten a nomination. So should Margot Robbie. But neither one of them were even nominated. So people were pissed at that. And then studios were kind of just mad at it in general because you gotta watch the movie to understand why. But yes, they were mad at it. And then
Yes, sir.
those were like the major things. It should have been definitely more. It was definitely nominated, but it didn't win
Comply. I know you don't have too many
anything
options
more
right
than the original song. Well, I think original song and original.
Kasuga, will you lend us a hand? We only have about 2 minutes before the Omi arrive. That's not enough time to burn all the evidence of counterfeiting.
Wait, you're going to burn it all?
Yes.
Yeah,
Ogikubo
I thought it was going to win costumes, but it didn't. So yeah, it just won original song.
None of us realized how serious the Omi alliance was about
But I mean, it was a really good movie. And of course, you know, it got paired up with Oppenheimer.
Did Oppenheimer win, or no?
Oh yeah, no, Oppenheimer won a lot.
We need to burn it all.
It won,
That's my decision.
I think it won Best Picture.
See that a healthy fire gets started.
Something that will burn down
I
our
think it
entire
ended up taking
surveillance
home.
system.
Yeah.
As well as our
It
home.
took on Best
The
Picture,
only safe
Best
haven for us in
Actor.
this world. Everyone living here depends on it.
I guess my thing is what's not to
know.
like.
I'm aware of the
Best
consequences.
Supporting Actor.
Like, why are we so upset then
And
about
please,
things?
forgive
Like,
me
what's
for
the
questioning
problem?
you.
About what?
Like, who is upset then and what for?
Oh! Nobody was upset. I never said anybody was upset.
Oh, okay.
I just said that y'all see it.
You're really
No,
going to burn it all down to save Kubo?
I guess I'd heard
Even
that
if it
people
costs
were
you
upset,
everything?
but I didn't really know what
Kubo was
about.
the
Like, my
only
dad
one who
said
ever
something
gave a
was
shit
upset.
about
I
us.
was just like,
He carved us out back
okay.
home. It wasn't perfect, but
Ask him why, because I'm genuinely curious. Like, it's a really fun movie.
Yeah, no, it's legitimately a good movie. Like, their message is simple enough that the children who watch it can understand it, but also complex enough that the adults, like, can think deeply about it.
Yeah.
need enough time to get the fire going.
It's definitely, it's a very nice balance they did with that movie. Between the child things that the kids would love and then the adult things that the adults would love. But also, like, it's just absurd enough to that they don't take themselves just seriously enough with the material.
To be honest,
Compared to, say, them trying to be overtly serious with it. They understand that it's
a
dolls.
woman as proud as her doesn't bow without a hell.
Like, but they also, it's a very deep story. It's a beautiful story, honestly.
Yeah, it's a really good story.
I bawled. I'm not gonna lie. I was crying.
Same here.
I cried, yeah, no, especially at that end scene. Oh, whew.
Yes.
Well, I mean, okay, hold on. The second to last scene, because that last scene was just funny. But like that second to last scene, that was yeah, that was good.
Along with Billie Eilish's song, like, that
Oh my
whole
gosh,
scene
look,
was just a gut punch.
I still can't listen to that song without tearing up.
Thank you.
Nah, that song lives rent-free in my head.
I
Oh
don't
no.
really like Billie Eilish, but fair enough.
Neither do I, Lucas. I don't like her at all either. I am not a fan of Billie Eilish like that. I mean, she is for who she is, and people, who dig her. I'm not saying she doesn't have a beautiful voice, but that
I had
particular
a whole
song,
Billie Eilish phase.
I mean, I do not blame you.
She's
Like,
okay. I mean,
Look,
I do not blame you.
I am emo, so I've loved Billie Eilish for a long time.
I
like,
mean,
I
she
don't even
is.
think she's untalented. I just don't think she really uses her talent to her best of her ability. Like,
Oh, no,
she
definitely.
actually has a good voice, but she, like, instead of using it, decides to do that weird whisper thing. But it's not, like, in a sexy Britney Spears way. It's like this... I don't know how to describe it. Emo might be the only word for it, but I feel like that's offensive. And, like,
No,
it's
it
like
is emo.
an angsty emo thing, and, like, I'm just like,
It
okay,
is emo.
but you can actually sing, and you're just gonna squander it, because, like, you want to be
She-
So, I'll say this. In
Lucas.
that song, she doesn't do that.
Yeah, she has made a turnaround with how she uses her voice. I think the actual turning point was the song Just No Time to Die that she did for 007.
And she's a
Like-
phenomenal, songwriter, too.
Yeah, but Lucas, I beg of you, listen to the song Just No Time to Die. She actually uses her voice in that one, and it's freaking gorgeous.
Honestly, she kind of reminds me of
Oh my
Generations
god, dogs.
Gaga. Honestly. That's what she gives me. She's giving me this Generations Gaga.
Yeah.
Slightly crazy, phenomenal voice, and it's not until she gets older that we're really going to be like, well, damn, she really is a talent. Like, she was already talented back then, but, I mean, look at her now. Now she's, an international rock star, and I think that's what's going to end up happening with Billie Eilish. I think right now this is her crazy weird phase. This is her meat dress wearing phase. She's not outlandish as Gaga was. She's just baggy clothes and, dressing how she dresses and then doing her thing. And then I think eventually she's going to get to a point where she's going to just, this multi-layered, multi-tiered, individually artist. Hopefully. I'll take her over for Taylor Swift any day.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Here they are.
She's
Hey, I
less
recognize
problematic than Taylor Swift.
Yes.
However, she is also still very young in her career and in general.
Yes.
True. I mean, bring back Britney. That's all I can say.
You guys aren't dead?
I know Britney Spears probably won't
Shouldn't
come
you be
back,
splattered
but,
on a wrecking ball?
you know, I get it.
Nope.
She's a person.
Lucky you. You
But
get
damn
to
it.
fight us again.
Rust.
That's
Exactly. That's my thought too.
crazy you're still alive.
What?
Yeah.
Let
Think
Britney
about it.
rest.
First, you were shot by
Had to
Captain
been everybody's
Marco.
dancing monkey, but
Isn't that right?
she was a
None of
child.
your
Let that girl
business.
rest.
I mean,
Mhm.
by all accounts, you should be dead. Doesn't make sense.
What do you mean by
I'd probably say if there was
I heard
kids
how
or
Alcala's
a
own men dispose of your
group of
body.
adults who were just like, you know what, I'm retiring, I'm done.
Next time I see him, I
I've
should
done
ask
my
him why you're
part.
still alive.
So Brittany, I'm done.
Why you were
Brittany,
alive.
Christina,
Ogasawara-san,
Justin,
printer's in there. They're trying to burn the evidence.
Beyonce,
Ishiura-san.
and
No
Raven
wonder
Simone.
there were hardly any Komijul guards.
Fair enough.
They were all busy barbecuing the place.
Because they've just been doing it since they were so young. Started when she was like 2 or 3. Like,
We're about to lose all the
I'd
evidence.
be tired. And probably Ryan Gosling. Because he's been doing it for a while too. He's a Disney kid.
You did what?
Mm-hmm.
I swore to her that I would buy her enough time to
Yeah, if they were to ever say, you know what, I'm tired, I'm gonna retire, I'm done, I would not blame them.
Son of a...
They've been doing it for decades.
hurry up and take them out.
This time, I'll make sure you die. Don't get in my way.
Well, I think the reason I have
Oh,
that
hell, I
attitude
have to
is
fight
because I
Nanba?
was not actually a big fan of her whenever I was young and she was popular. I discovered she
Well,
was
thank God he
talented
doesn't
in
have the-
college because I ended up watching reruns of, frick words. Not Star Search. She was on Star Search when she was super little. I'm talking about that show Simon Cowell did. X Factor?
Yeah.
I saw the X Factor reruns and I was just like, holy crap, like, was she, like, I feel like, I know some people didn't like her on the show, but essentially she showcased, like, a whole bunch of her talent, like, in a way. I mean, like, I knew she was a good performer, but, like, she showed such range on that show. Like,
Who is this again, sorry?
Britney Spears.
Britney, okay,
Like,
I thought that's
she
what you said, I just
showed
want to make sure.
She can, like, she was a judge and a coach.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, she could play the piano, like, classically trained, like me. And I was like, holy hell. Like, I would not have even thought that Britney Spears was in, like, my world or my league. But, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, she really had real musical talent. Like, she wasn't just a dancer. Like, I mean, she could dance very well.
Yeah.
But...
Not J-Lo.
I didn't know she had any kind of, like, classical music training, like, at all.
I mean, that's how everybody felt. Excuse me. That's how everybody felt when they first found out about Gaga.
Okay, I've got to take out the...
Because, I mean... Lucas, you were there, man. Like, it's Gaga. She comes out, she's dressed in bubbles, doing the world's craziest things, singing, dancing, doing the most across the stage.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna be honest. I thought she was just more about shock factor than like grit. Like I was impressed that she had some substance in the end. I was like, oh, like you're not.
Oh no, she's classically trained.
Is she?
Yes, Gaga is classically trained.
I still can't get over Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born.
Like, yes, girl is... Like, she's put out albums and stuff. She typically does... Of course she has, like, all of her pop albums, but she's put out plenty of jazz albums and classical albums and stuff like that. And Tony Bennett's work, that's why she's so close with Tony Bennett, because they've been putting out, like, jazz albums and stuff. Like, she's a phenomenal voice. If you ever get the chance, go watch the video. It's on YouTube. It's of her anniversary of The Sound of Music. Blew my mind. Blew my mind. I did not know she could sing like that. Absolutely phenomenal voice. Clear. belting. She literally does an entire melody of the Sound of Music songs and stuff like that. And she's got this just beautiful, high, almost operatic voice. Yeah, you couldn't tell because it's a shock factor. You know, crazy outfits, pop music. You know, they were building a particular brand, but no, she's stupidly talented. Yeah, I don't know if she ever graduated from Tisch, but she was at Tisch, whenever she was, discovered, I guess, or whatever, or made it big. But yeah, she's very talented.
She went to Tisch?
Yeah.
That's almost like Jodie Benson went to Juilliard.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Yeah.
Another impressive pop artist, Justin Bieber. He was working with like an orchestra or something, and he was just gonna have vocals in it. But then he was like, I don't like how this orchestra is set up. I don't like the music they have. And he pretty much wrote his own symphony for this song. Like, worked with each part and rewrote everything for that symphony.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know what the details are or what song it was, but he did it.
That's impressive considering his persona as a public in such a fucked way.
It's just, it really does surprise you whenever you know these come out and they're genuinely talented. And you're just like, huh, go figure. You know, it's always funny to me. I always like but Queen Latifah. Everybody's so used to seeing her acting, but people forget she's actually a singer. Has jazz albums. Been backed by an orchestra. She's, her getting on Broadway and doing Chicago and stuff ain't weak. That ain't fake. That's really her. But also, like, yeah, she was. You couldn't tell that. Especially back whenever she was Queen Latifah rapper. But yeah, I think it's really interesting to have these pop figures have more layered depths than you realize.
Yeah, I know for sure. Well, and like Britney was so. I mean, I never faulted her for that. I mean, she was an icon, and like is an icon. I mean, she like revolutionized music videos and just that whole like live performance thing she did with all of the dancing in the 2000s. It was just like. I mean, people like Cher even talk about it. Like when people toured, it was there were times when it was just the concert and the band would perform, and that was it. And then like those individual acts basically now are like at this higher standard where they're supposed to have all of the crazy backup dancers and it's like.
Oh, shit! It's all on fire.
Back in like even years ago, like in the 80s and the 90s, before Britney and Christina
it looks
got
like
popular,
it looks like
there
arson.
were acts that would go.
Bro, I just realized I'm not sharing my screen.
Sing while the band played, and that was considered acceptable.
Let me share my screen so you can see the pretty arson.
Like, what the hell?
Arson.
Which I think, in a way, it makes us very spoiled as Americans because as the consumers, because we expect a higher standard of.
Yeah. But I mean, it's always interesting to me.
It does kind of look like a spider's web.
To have these people out here who are so talented. I think they're one choice and they stick with it, you know?
The thing that always shocked me is that she was.
All of this is gonna be lost to history.
She was so smart.
All the counterfeit bills.
Like people made her seem like she was kind of dumb. But no, like, I mean, she was a good judge on X Factor. I mean, every time she had a contestant, she really gets the pitch. She's just like, you're not seeing to your brother. And like, people got mad at her. I think Simon Cowell did, and I was like, you know, and I was just like, no, but like, she's right. Like, these certain people can't.
If you ask me, Namba, you have very good friends.
They can't sing in tune. Like, if they can't sing in tune, like, how are they gonna?
And I can help you with your problem.
Like, nobody's gonna pay for that, you know?
You wanna know where your brother is?
Yeah.
Huh?
And so it was just kind of like.
He was very
like,
close
I don't know.
to discovering the truth.
Like, having the ear to be able to tell. Because, like, there are people who sing, like, a little sharp or, like, a little flat, and, like,
But I also knew that killing him would be a terrible waste of his talent. So I found a way to use
There are people
him.
who do commercially, like they're successful, but it's not really. Like it kind of stunts their career.
Residing
I
among
mean,
the
like,
outcasts
what is
of our
it? The Kim
residential
Carnes
district.
girl who did the Betty
He's
Davis
not
I
allowed
saw.
to
Like,
leave,
I think
of
she got
course.
nose and had to have surgery and never sang again. Like,
But he's
she
Oh my
was
gosh.
always flat. Like her whole career.
What the fuck?
And in the song, like you can tell she's not in tune with the band.
I know.
And like if you don't get that right,
still.
like early on, like
Far too
you're not
risky.
ever gonna get it right
He couldn't
because you've
tell
been
you,
passed
and he
along.
especially couldn't tell Numbers.
Right.
He's been a
I
prime
mean,
target
to be
of the
completely honest,
EG3
I'm not gonna be
ever since he
surprised if
found
Taylor
out about the
Swift
counterfeiting.
has some
Well,
kind of crazy vocal
I do
problems
see what
later
you
in life.
mean.
Because honestly, I don't think
You
her
ought to
technique is all that
realize
good. Like
the only
No.
reason
I've
we're
watched her
telling you
sing,
now
and there's
is
been
because
times
your
where I've seen
friends
veins
helped me
like
by
popping out of
risking
her
their
throat and stuff, and I'm like, that's not how that works.
And they did
Like
that for you,
you're doing all kinds of things that
just so you know.
Not healthy.
No.
So what do you
Opinions on Ariana Grande.
I can't just take her word for
She
Go
has
sit down
this
before
whole
Mariah
tone.
comes for him.
for myself. Let's
get
the hell out of here then.
I don't know.
feel like
That's about it.
Go sit down before Mariah comes for her. And the day Mariah does, I cannot wait.
I kind of think that's her whole bit. I mean, if I'm being honest, is she has songs about sex and she has lots of whistle tones, and I think, I mean, I was never a big Mariah fan, but I think Mariah did it better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, like, I'll give Ariana Grande this much. I've seen her live once, and I was pretty close up, and she had a lot of energy, and she didn't just, like, BS her way through her set. So, like, she gave it, like, her all, even though it was raining, and it was Reliant Arena, and they weren't closing the roof fast enough. So, like, props for that. Like, commitment is something.
Reliant Arena.
But, you know, on the other hand, every song she had was, at that point, literally about getting laid, and she was literally, all of a hot minute ago, a child icon, and it was like...
don't worry, we won't be staying.
It just felt kind of aggressive. I mean,
couldn't think
it
of
wasn't
anywhere
Miley
else we could
Cyrus
take a guy we
aggressive,
kidnapped.
Yeah, because that shit was ridiculous.
but it was a lot. Like, I don't
Honestly,
know.
even as a Disney kid, like when she was on TV shows and stuff, she was still insanely hypersexualized.
Who, Miley? Oh yeah.
No, well, both Miley and Ariana Grande.
I can't allow that.
Ariana did Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I get the two mixed every now
Well,
and then.
no, that actually makes sense then, to me, at least, because Nickelodeon never treated their teenagers with, like, kid gloves. I guess it's the best way to say it. They always treated them like they were, like, mini adults. They really did, and so they had, I'd probably say just much more maturity when it came to what they talked about, how they acted, that kind of stuff, whereas Disney constantly kept all of their teenagers, like, not coddled, but almost naive. Childish.
They weren't allowed to grow up until they physically couldn't play the part of a kid anymore.
That part, yes. Whereas Nickelodeon was like, no, we're going to lean into the teenager bit. We're going to give you all the juicy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why it was definitely different. But yeah, no, I know a lot of people really liked her in that show. I never watched it. I was definitely more of a Disney person.
Me too. I had a few Nickelodeon shows that I watched, but I was mostly a Disney kid.
I will say that much. I thought she was kind of special.
I didn't even know Nickelodeon was doing those kind of shows until someone mentioned it, and they were like, "Oh, you didn't watch that? You didn't watch Ned's?" And I was like, "What the hell is Ned?"
Ned's was good though.
Ned's Declassified
Yeah.
School Survival Guide?
Yeah, no,
It was great.
Nope.
Your results may vary.
Drake and Josh, like a lot of them, nope. And I think Drake and Josh was Disney. Like, yeah, no.
No, Drake
Yeah.
and Josh was Nick.
Was it?
It was Nick.
Yeah.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was Disney.
Yes. Now that one I remember watching.
That one had Drake and Josh vibes to me.
Really cute.
Yes, very much so, from what I understood.
I couldn't be
Just they were younger.
Same with me.
I just never ever got into
Nice to
I
hear
just
some
never got
good
into the
news.
Nickelodeon shows. I really didn't realize they were doing it.
Yeah.
Last time I watched Nickelodeon,
Even if it means
it
knowing
was
that
Nick
I'll
Jr.
probably be saying goodbye soon.
and Franklin was still
Makes
on,
sense.
and Steve was still
He only
there.
came here to look for his bro. Not like he's got much reason to hang with us
I watched iCarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I realize
never.
In the meantime, we need to get
Couldn't
this
tell
guy
you.
talking.
I'm aware of them, but I just never did.
Let's get started then.
Ungag him.
Fair enough.
You know, I'm kind of glad that when I started going into the acting industry, they
Try to run, you get hit.
making sure that kids were a whole lot more protected.
Oh, thank gosh.
That's how it has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, oh my gosh,
Now,
Like, anytime I went in for an audition, they were very, or I was on set, they were like, no. You make sure that you look like a kid. You don't be acting like an adult. Just, you're a kid.
Oh, wow.
You are going to be offset by bedtime. You're gonna have someone who can help you with your homework when you're not actively working. You're a kid.
The Omi Alliance may
Oh
well
my
be looking
gosh.
for you.
That's awesome.
It's gonna take them some
That's
time.
really good, though.
How competent are they?
They didn't even want you wearing, like, makeup, like, big, gaudy eyeshadow, lipstick, eyeliner, or whatever. They're like, no, you, natural as possible, don't be wearing anything too big or flashy, or you're a kid.
Wow. That's...
You get it? We're
Oh, that
serious.
makes sense, yeah.
Now tell us how you're connected to the Omi Alliance. Why are you the one holding their leash?
They're basically like, this is not toddlers and tiaras, you're a kid.
I can respect that. I'm glad they have those kind of laws in place, though.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Because Lord knows they put some of them... Oh.
You all know him? Who doesn't know the governor? The real question is, what's his real name? Huh? Don't play dumb. We've done our homework. What?
Masato Arakawa.
How do you know that name?
A long time ago, I knew him as the young master. He knew me as Ichi. Back when the Arakawa family was still in the Tojo clan. So, Ryo Aoki really is Masato Arakawa, huh?
I met him almost 20 years ago, when we were studying abroad in America. He was majoring in political economics, and sharp as a tack.
Was he going by Ryo Aoki when you met?
Yes. I didn't learn his other name until later.
Was he in a wheelchair?
No, but I heard he used to be, which actually I don't understand. Was he, really?
Yeah.
Then he must have gotten treatment in the US. You can get anything there if you have enough money. Even unapproved medical procedures.
So he had money?
He certainly lived a lavish lifestyle. I could tell he was wealthy right away. Figured it couldn't hurt to get to know the guy better.
Kiss ass.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I mean, sure, I knew he was rich, but I didn't know he was that rich. And it was shocking to learn about all his connections to the criminal underworld. I was just amazed at all the opportunities he'd grown up with. And yet...
What?
He wasn't satisfied with any of it. Not even a little bit. He wanted something completely different.
What was that?
Front-facing power.
Front-facing power?
That was his term for it. He used to say not everyone can be controlled by Yakuza threats or bribes. People like that can only be controlled with front-facing power. Power you could see. Basically, popularity.
Popularity?
What, you think that's something only a teenager would want?
Well, sure.
Then you don't understand democracy. Under that system, it's the only path to power. As long as you're well-liked by the majority, you can get away with anything.
I hate politics.
His money and criminal connections he called his rear-facing power. He said without the front-facing part, his power wasn't complete. So he decided...
to become governor of Tokyo.
Yes. He said the governor had the most front-facing power of anyone in the country.
Does he?
Wait a minute.
Isn't the Prime Minister above him?
The Prime Minister is just a figurehead, chosen internally by the Citizens' Liberal Party. So essentially, you only become Prime Minister by having a few friends on the inside. But to be governor of Tokyo, that takes real popularity. 10 million people have to like you. Every vote you get represents a tiny bit of the power you have.
But what about the power of money? The Prime Minister controls the national budget.
But Tokyo's budget alone is 14 trillion yen. That's more than some countries. So the governor has both an incredible amount of money and the support of the public. Who can compete with that? Ryo Aoki knew all of this. He wanted that governor's seat long before I met him. But I was happy to become a partner in his grand plan. Step 1 was founding Bleach Japan.
You think you're his partner, huh? You sure you're not his servant? Take it from me. The young master can really crack a whip.
Oh, this dialogue is cheesy as hell.
Oh,
Which dialogue?
Kingdom Hearts 1.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, yes it is.
Oh, this is hurting.
Like, I love it, but yeah, no. Like, it's great. Oh, it's not. Sorry.
I got questions, right? So, like, they're showing this little montage. Sora and Kyra are separated again. 11th time in a row. And she's standing literally in front of him, and they're holding hands. Grabs her. And as the bottom, like the sand underneath her is disappearing, he's literally holding on to her. And my only thought is, bruh, pull.
It was his.
Like, there's no reason why she's not moving. You don't jump.
Although when he first
That's probably why your ass keeps getting beat now.
But you went with it anyway. Why?
Because I knew he could use the Arakawa family to recruit lots of people fast. It was an advantage no other political figure had. I knew that then.
Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, y'all ready for that fourth one?
Soon, he was delivering
absolutely.
For me, following him was a win-win situation.
It's Square Enix. It'll come out whenever they really fucked up another game.
Guys who get all weak in the knees just for some cash and power. Come on. Can't expect me not to make fun of a suck-up like you. So what happened next?
Early on, people thought of Bleach Japan as a small advocacy group of nice young idealists. Our only goals were to eradicate corruption and make society fair and equal. We marched around the city shouting those demands over and over.
Really? Sounds like a waste of time and money.
I thought so too at first. But Aoki knew exactly what he was doing. He had his ear to the ground. He knew what society wanted.
What do you mean?
Eliminating corruption, creating a fair society.
I needed an entire game where I could just play as Riku.
People thought it was naive, sure. But deep down, it was exactly what they wanted.
Dream drop
so
distance.
People would praise us for our morality.
That's only half.
If not our practicality.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Crazy, huh?
and not even half.
Youths who'd never worked hard,
Also
shouting
fair.
for the world to do as they said.
Kind of pisses me
But all
off.
the attention made them feel accomplished.
Do you really like him that
I
much?
thought people only did that shit
Who,
because it's
Riku?
trendy.
Yeah.
Exactly my point.
Yes,
We made it.
because he knows how to shut up, like unlike.
people who
I
want.
mean,
He
I've
doesn't
always
talk as
been
much. He's not as
Those types
cheesy.
are everywhere.
Team Aqua.
You can hardly walk
but-
down the street without bumping into them.
Ooh,
They came to
Aqua?
us in droves.
Oh no, she's cool too. I like her too. But Riku and Sora, I prefer Riku.
She deserved a full game. That's just my opinion.
Yes, I would have. Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to give us basic like DLC. I was really expecting.
Hell,
And then that DLC in that one scene, which kind of sucked.
Well, I mean, she was kind of like the co-protagonist in a way, and they just like left her in the darkness. It was really
gave us
kind
an
of rude.
unexpected bonus.
What bonus?
I don't know.
Turns out, when you attack gray zones,
I
corrupt
just-
local politicians start coming out of the woodwork.
I know you could play with her in Birth by Sleep. I just wish there was more.
They just can't resist.
Well, I guess that's my
They're too
thing. Is like
addicted to
in Birth by
money and
Sleep, like Birth by Sleep was
So a bunch of
probably one of the
corruption was going
best
It was
prequel
so
type
easy to
things I
grease
think
the
they've ever
palms, or
done
even
as far as
blackmail
Square
them.
goes.
I
As
mean,
the story
so
was
often we would just stumble across info
it
that would
contributed to the
completely
lore
ruin
and like the
them if it went
final
public.
outcome of everything that happened.
You call
So
that a bonus?
hopefully,
It's a bonus when you can
And
make
yet-
politicians do whatever you want.
yeah, like I don't know.
Makes
I
you
feel like
worse than the politicians.
they wanted to establish this
How many
sense of
members does
dominance
Bleach
with
Drippy have
Sora,
now?
and it was just like
If you
this is
count all
dumb.
permanent employees at every branch,
Mhm.
we're 500
I mean, like I don't
strong.
dislike Sora, but I
500
don't
tight
think he
asses.
should have been.
But then there's the 100,000 people who join us for
I don't know.
marches.
100,000?
Yep.
He wasn't a good protagonist. He was very annoying,
Leader
too
tied
cheerful.
up and pissed off.
I just
I'll
feel
keep
like
that
they
in
didn't
mind.
like show him really growing very much between the game.
I ask you
Like
a
Ever.
he's
question
kind
now,
of
Kasuga-san?
dumb, you know, and it's just
Yep.
like
Shoot.
Why
I mean,
are you
Aqua's
here?
been through some
Aren't
shit,
you
but
ex-Arakawa?
it doesn't really
No,
matter if
if you
Sora
want
goes through
back in
shit.
the
Like he just
family,
stays stupid,
I
and
could
it's
put a
just like
word in
okay.
with the governor.
Hmm.
Think about it. How do you benefit from helping the Eugene 3 anyway? Why not leave all this trouble behind you?
Yeah, trouble's a good word for it.
Right? So why not let me go now? It'd make both our lives easier.
Look, I don't want back in the family. But I'm no ally of the Eugene 3 either.
No?
I just want to get the guy who killed my boss. In fact, when all this started, I didn't know a damn thing about Mabuchi or your plan.
Don't even get me started on Kyrie and Lee.
Get the picture now, kiss ass?
Ugh.
We're not doing this for ourselves.
Oh, Kyrie.
We're doing it because someone picked a fight. And we're just making sure justice is served. Unfortunately for you, you're the guy who picked the fight.
Hey, you're the one who asked the dumb question. Think before you open your mouth next time.
That was the most emotionless ass shit y'all have ever said.
Okay, can I leave? Or does it still want me to just talk to this guy?
Gotta talk on.
Okay, alright, okay. What? I guess it does this to break up the cutscenes so that they're not overly long, but they give me the power to stop in between cutscenes. So I'd rather just have them give me one long continuous cutscene instead of giving me like 2 minutes here. Okay, you can walk around and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, but can I really though? No, you can't leave this area. You can do whatever you want in this little triangle that you're in, but you can't actually. You got to talk to him again. But then why?
They gonna make you.
I know they gonna make me, but like, better video game design, please. Oh man.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. They were doing a lot of things at the time, to be fair.
I mean, they were trying to install... Well, I don't even know if install is the right word. Like, they were trying to breathe so much new life into a franchise that was dying, and they did it very well. To be fair. I mean, like, that game won so many Game of the Year awards for a reason. Because of the wacky bullshit that is the battle system.
I mean,
Because
fair enough.
it's just amusing as hell. Like, it's not only is it, like, well executed, like, it's probably some of the best well executed turnstile combat since very early Final Fantasy, but it's also just hysterical. Like,
look, I'm
random babies.
Grown-ass babies, okay?
Okay. Meh.
I'm not complaining about the insane wackiness of the combat or the story or, like, the fact that I had to help a man keep the Yakuza from ganking him for his baby formula just so that their boss man could have baby formula for his weird baby kink fetish. Like,
yeah.
I'm not knocking the game for any of that. I'm knocking the game for long ass cutscenes that are broken up into segments that give you false hope of, can I go do something? No, you have to sit here and talk to this man. Then why, if just give me the one long continuous cutscene if that's what you're gonna make me do anyways.
I think my point is more that, like, this game was so different from their other formula, it was bound to not be perfect. Like, I think, I mean, the original Yakuzas were slasher games that came out on really early PS2, and all you did was match square and triangle and pray to God.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're
like,
not wrong.
Them trying to do this and have so many cutscenes and voice acting instead of just reading the script in random, like, it's new for them. Like, you're gonna have to give them some mercy here.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you.
They also probably broke it up so you can save the game in the middle of someone talking, because this happens to me all the time in Genshin. I'll get distracted or have something that I need to do but be stuck in the middle of a cutscene, and then I have to sit through that entire fucking cutscene again.
Okay, alright. I'll give you that one, that's fair.
Another brilliant move. Press flock from all over to interview the charismatic young man behind.
I mean, I am kind of a loyalist, I won't lie. I liked the game. It revived my faith in turnstile combat, which I'm very nostalgic from growing up on that Final Fantasy. It also just was super funny, and, like, there was not a moment of that I didn't enjoy. Like, even the grinding and the post-game was kind of fun. Like, it's just so out there and batshit crazy. And you can literally do anything in the game, even if there are really long cutscenes that are just outrageously long. Like, you can take Sayako with your boys to a hostess club and get one of them laid, and then she'll comment about it. Like, it's just that outrageous. She'll call you a pig, but you can do it.
Come on, keep talking.
With the endorsement of the Citizens Liberal Party, he won that election in a landslide. And 2 years ago, he ran for governor.
Was that a landslide too?
Oh my gosh, that's actually one of my favorites.
Why not?
There was one time I got Namba really drunk, and it was kind of implied that he slept with one of the hostesses, and she was just like, ugh, men are such pigs, and I was just like, okay, damn. Which just, like, broke Namba's little heart, because, like, Namba is, like, obsessed with Sayako.
The election was practically a formality.
But let's just be honest, like, Sayako does not want Namba.
Riding the wave. 6 months post-election, he exterminated the Tojo clan with the Kamurocho 3K plan. Of course, he only pulled that off because the Arakawa family was feeding him Tojo secrets.
Did that happen around the same time as this?
It has really long cutscenes, though.
Yes.
You're right.
And people loved him even more.
The intro is pretty long, too. I'll concede to that. Like, it was like a 3-hour introduction.
Tojo just got replaced by the Omi
Alliance.
That's true. Once the Tojo clan was gone, he opened the gates wide for the Omi. I imagine being made the acting captain of the Omi was a fitting reward.
Why didn't the people complain about the Omi coming in?
The Omi seizure of Kamurocho went down quietly. No mess, no fuss. Everyone just let the Omi slide peacefully onto the vacant throne.
Did they even notice what was going on?
I think they figured every town has
I'm
its
so
share of
excited
thugs,
for Infinite
Tojo
Wealth,
clan or not.
y'all.
As long as crime is
For
low
what?
overall, they don't care if the thugs
Infinite
are
Wealth
Omi
is the
or
sequel
just
to the
lone
Yakuza
actors.
that William's playing.
Aoki's plan
Oh,
worked
okay.
perfectly.
So, all of the PS2 and
It
PS3
was the
titles
rise of
had
Arakawa,
Kazuma
both
Kiryu,
father
who's
and
like a
son
hacker
securing
slasher, the one
total
with the sword that
power.
runs around
The
and
son is
you
governor
mash
of
the button.
Tokyo, and his daddy's the acting captain of
Like,
Japan's
and
largest
he
gang.
had 6
Pretty
games
sweet
and a
deal, huh?
prequel called Zero.
Wait, hold the
And
phone.
then
What?
Maybe society
that,
didn't
and
care
then this
about the
new
Omi
protagonist, like the
But I bet the
sequel
police
to
did.
the
You
Yakuza
really trying to
7,
convince
is
me
supposed
the
to like
TPD
marry
stayed
it all
quiet during this
together,
whole
and they're
thing?
supposed to be kind of like co-protagonists
They
for the
did
game.
stay quiet, and trust me, they had their reasons.
And so it like now.
Like what?
Well,
The
in
OG
absence of
protagonist
the
is like
Tojo
pushing
clan, the power
60,
vacuum
but he's still
attracted
kind of
all
like this
sorts of
badass,
non-Yakuza
like
gangs.
sexy grandpa that
They
can
were
fight
two-bit
and like
thugs
kick
going on
ass,
little crime
and then
sprees, trying to get while the getting
yeah, I
was
don't know.
good.
It's just like
They
the
had no
marrying of
connection
these
to each
two
other,
very.
no patterns, so the police didn't know what to do.
Okay.
Soon, the crime
Like, I mean,
fiends
I was,
in Kamurocho was
I think,
taking a
5
nosedive.
when the first Yakuza came out, but like, I'm really into
But they knew
history,
if the
especially
Omi
with
Alliance
pop
came
culture
in
and
took
stuff.
control, it
And
would
from my
reduce the paid
understanding,
crimes.
for a lot of
Plus,
like
the
the
governor would
people
be
that are
able to
my
liaise
age
between the
now,
police and
like
the
the
Omi.
Yakuza
It was a
hacker
win-win.
slashers with Kiryu were like a defining
Ironic, isn't it? The
game
cops
for
wiped
them
out
and their
the Yakuza only
generation.
to find they needed
So,
more Yakuza.
They weren't
for
finished
people like
cavorting with
me
criminals
who
after all
didn't come
that.
into the
The
franchise
commissioner's still taking
until
Arakawa bribes.
7 in 2020, when I was already like grown,
So according to you, the middleman
you know what I
between
mean?
the
It
cops
just kind
and
of
the
like
Arakawa family is
is
Aoki.
cool to see
So there's
them like
another three-way stalemate in Kamurocho. Only instead of the
be
EG3,
loyal to
this
their
one has the
source
cops,
material, I
the
guess.
governor,
I don't know. Like
and
instead
the
of just like
Yakuza.
doing away with it.
What the hell kind of point are you trying to
And
make?
in like such a way that it's not like
just
dishonorable.
roll
Like
into
they're not
Kamurocho.
undoing anything that
They
happened
had
in
to
the
have paid
previous
off the
games
police
to
commissioner.
alienate any of the
You don't know that for
fans
sure.
of the original. Like
Don't play
they're
dumb.
keeping the
police did
character,
nothing
the
while the
original
Omi replaced
protagonist
the
as
Tojo
written.
clan. It's because
Yeah.
someone at the top ordered them to. And Horonouchi ain't
I
the
mean, I
type
just
of
don't think you
guy
see that
to
a
give
lot.
that order for no reason.
That's good. No, that's really good.
Something in it for him. What proof do you have?
William, are you still there?
I'm asking you.
Cutscene. I'm here.
You gotta have
Okay,
Listening.
didn't know if you got fed up with my shit.
Well,
No, I don't.
I mean,
And I
I'm
wouldn't know
preaching
about
my
it
like
even if it
my
does
sermon
exist.
of my undying.
After
Yeah,
all,
I know, I get it.
I'm just the
but
governor's
I'm a
loyal
fan.
dog, aren't I?
It just lets it
son of
good
a
thing.
bitch is what you are.
Dachi-san, calm down.
I'll put it this way, Darnella. I don't usually buy William any kind of video game that he hasn't explicitly asked me for, because William is, I mean, arguably plays, I mean, I play video games a lot, but
Now that the
I
young
don't know.
master is governor of
Like,
Tokyo,
William's
is
just
he
really
going
vocal
after
about
Ichincho?
the kind of games he
It
likes and
seems
that sort
like
of
that's
thing.
what he's doing.
This is
Okay.
the only game I've ever
Yes,
bought
but his
in
target
William
isn't
that I didn't
Ichincho
really,
itself.
I mean, I kind of
It's
thought he liked it
Utaka
because he
Ogi
watched me
Kubo.
play it first,
Ogi Kubo?
but I didn't really hear him explicitly tell me
He's the
he
only cabinet
wanted the
member who's
game
not
when I
totally
got it
cowed
for
by
him for his
Aoki.
birthday one year,
The rest
because
of the
I just thought it was
cabinet
that
does
damn
whatever
good.
Aoki says because of how
There you
popular
go.
he is. But
Like,
Utaka
I was
Ogi
just like,
Kubo,
yep,
chair
it's
of
just
the
that good.
Citizens
You need to
Liberal
play
Party,
this.
is
Like,
still
I'm
holding out.
usually like, you
A
know,
politician who actually has a spy?
Look, I had told you, like, I
That's a rare
would be
thing.
intrigued to play this game because I saw all
Agreed.
the stupid,
And
crazy-ass
discovered,
antics, like
under
being able to
normal
summon a
circumstances,
crawfish.
to be a
Why,
lost
why
cause.
am I summoning a crawfish to attack
But
somebody?
Aoki has come to know some
Or a
things.
chicken?
Like how he also has
As
a
you
sway in
can.
the criminal underworld.
Aoki
Why
has proof
not?
of that?
hey,
No.
you
he
leave
just
Omelet
recognizes
alone.
the signs. Like Aoki, Oki Kubo
Much
knows
like
the
my
power
bunny
of
rabbit,
connections.
Omelet
When you do that,
is the
there's a
shit.
telltale
Okay,
smell
he's
that
the whole
lingers.
reason we're here.
Aoki recognized what he was
Ah!
smelling, that's all.
That's Omelet.
And if he gets
Mhm.
Oki Kubo out of power,
Yeah,
then
tell
he'll
him-
be
you
truly
tell him Omelet.
unstoppable.
But it can't be easy for him to
Okay.
remove the guy.
That's a lot.
Aoki was
Right.
not going to try
He's
unless
great.
he knew he'd be
He's
successful.
fabulous.
But he knew he
And
would
Team
be
Omelet.
once he smelled that criminal criminal
True story.
element on Okikubo.
Then he knew they both shit in the same hole.
A crude way
Yeah,
to put
there's
it.
a business minigame where you get to take
Can I
over a
say?
corporation, and your
So
mascot
you were
is this
sent to
little
the
pet
Eugene
chicken,
branch
and
of
he's
Bleach
so
Japan
cute.
to help make use
She.
of this dirt on Okikubo.
She is so cute, whatever. Looks adorable.
And the first thing you did was buy off Mabuchi.
You're right,
Yes.
he'd be a rooster if it was
You
a he,
told
but
him you
Omelet's
had
great.
the Omi Alliance's support. He couldn't
Omelet
resist
is
that
quality.
kind of bait. You told him he'd get in good with them if he helped you.
Mabuchi's never liked the way Ijincho is divvied up among the Ijin Three. And with his high rank, he's the de facto
take your word for it.
all the other members who also don't like it. Sounds like he was the perfect prey for you.
Prey what you sent out to kill our boss.
Oh, you can like make Omelet work for your company. It's kind of glorious. He can be hired as an employee with a salary of 60,000 yen a year.
It was Mabuchi's.
You can also promote him to be your general manager.
Myself, I was never one for murder.
Her.
Oh yeah? Well,
Whatever.
an innocent guy is still dead. If you didn't give the order,
the chicken's gender doesn't matter so much to me, as much as I just think the chicken is fantastic. It's adorable.
Oh, God.
Yes, it was him. I told him about Mabuchi's plan. I didn't think he'd go for it because it was so risky. In fact, I proposed a different plan of my own. But unfortunately, he saw nothing wrong with Mabuchi's plan. He was willing to accept high risk for high return. And he was eager to get the jump on Ogi Kubo.
The young master saw nothing wrong with killing a man?
It would have just been another murder, except someone had to pry open the crack it made in the Great Wall.
You talking about me?
Yes, but don't take it personally. It was always going to come to this eventually. Mabuchi wasn't going to stop until he